This is Girard Sports Live.
Top of the piece in Augustine, doesn't beat, fire three, good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Livia, little runner with the right hand. Good, and the foul. Livia Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live.
And good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to another night of high school basketball here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Heroes with you. Alongside me, Josh Lettner, as we settle in for another great night of high school basketball. Tonight we're in Pittsburg in the home of the Purple Dragons. The Trojans make that short drive over here to battle the Purple Dragons. I fully expect to see two very good games tonight, both on the boys' side and the girls' side. Ladies first, as always. Pittsburg Girard Lady Trojans taking on the Purple Dragons. Lady Trojans coming off a tough 50-40 loss. Lady Trojans right now 4-2. They were 4-1 going into the ball game, and a tough one against Parsons, 40-50. A game that saw some injuries, really plagued the Trojans throughout that ball game, and then also some shooting woes. And you often see that coming out of Christmas break. That was the case for them. Certainly from the field, they shot 28% from the field, but 29% from three-point range. That three-point ball really kept them in the ball game, Josh. You had a chance to call that game, and they had to battle some adversity. All the post players for the Trojans came off the floor at some point or the other, or didn't make it on the floor because of injuries. We'll talk about that in just a moment with Coach Herlocker, but a tough night for the Lady Trojans, and tried to hang in there, just couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was a tough night, and it started out tough. Coach Herlocker will talk about it in his interview. We talked about it last week. It had an injury and warm-ups as Kaylin Flaherty went out in pregame warm-ups. Then Britley Bailey gets dinged up in the second quarter, missed a lot of that period, and wasn't really herself for the rest of the game. But to me, the thing that stuck out for the Girard Trojans was the turnovers early in the ball game. Just couldn't get into their offense, turned the ball over time after time in that first half, and they were really battling uphill from that point on for the entire game. And we saw it against Lebec County the first week out, saw it again against Parsons the first week coming out of vacation. So hopefully just chalk it up to a little bit of cobwebs coming off the break, and maybe tonight they can right the ship a little bit, maybe a little bit healthier as well.
Purple Dragons right now 2-6 and struggling themselves at some times, but they'll be athletic, they'll be aggressive as well, and they've got some girls that can at least get after you a little bit. They're kind of led by Abby Casper, 5'6" senior. She's got a heck of a motor on her. You'll hear Coach Herlocker talk about her in just a little bit and how she is so aggressive and just never stops coming at you. We'll see how she can motivate the Purple Dragons here tonight. But the Lady Trojans trying to bounce back from that 40-50 loss last Tuesday night against the Parsons Vikings. Trojan men, they got to win over Parsons in overtime. Josh and I were talking here, and I thought it rung a bell, but that's the third straight win over the Parsons Vikings in overtime for the Trojan men. The only one of two losses for Pittsburg High to Parsons earlier on this season. And so a common opponent, we'll see how that plays into it. Maybe gives the Trojans a little bit of a arguing or a bragging right, so to speak. Maybe also a little confidence that they can beat this very good Pittsburgh Purple Dragon team that was a state qualifier a year ago, but and got to that state tournament for the first time in almost 20 years. And we'll see if they can what they have here in store today for the Trojans. We'll talk more about that boys game a little bit later on here in the pregame show. But up next, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. We'll hear from him. We'll also get your starting lineups, your keys to the game, all that and much, much more still to come here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And, of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas, with Crawcan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crawcan has to offer at ckt.net. We talked to the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans next here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you. And I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you, getting ready for the front side of a high school basketball doubleheader tonight. The Girard Lady Trojans get ready to take on the Pittsburg Purple Dragons. Joining me now, the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. And, Coach, coming off a tough loss to Parsons on Tuesday, a game that saw your team battle through some injuries and some other stuff. As you kind of went back and evaluated that game, you know, taking into consideration some of the bad luck, what did you think about your girls' performances?
We were out of sorts. You mentioned the injuries and stuff, and we were just pretty much out of sorts all night. I'm pretty detail oriented with stuff, and we had a rotation set, and that went out the window in warm ups, and so they were out of sorts pretty much the whole game. If you're looking at, which I always do, hey, why did we lose this game? We had 28 turnovers in that basketball game. You're just never going to make that many mistakes and come out. Even though we had our opportunities, they went to the free throw line twice as many times as we did. And, I think we shot in the 20s, 20%, 28%, I think. And so, you're just not going to win a whole lot of basketball games with those stats, and it's really a wonder that we weren't down further.
Yeah, as you kind of went back at it, what were you able to do that allowed you guys to at least stay in the ball game?
Well, we created 20 turnovers on their end. We did shoot. It's ironic. We shot 28% from two. We shot 33% from three. So we hit 5 3-pointers, and 3-pointers in a girls' basketball game is huge, and so that at least that's a bright spot of hopefully some outside shooting coming around for us, and there's little takeaways. The kids that were out there at any given time, gave the full maximum effort. I've never questioned the effort end of it. Just a lot of execution breakdowns.
as you kind of move forward? How did you go to practice this week, knowing now you've got one of your post players that's going to be out for the season, and you've got some other injuries that you're battling here right off the Christmas break? That's the kind of stuff you would hope happened before Christmas, so you have time to get healthy. Now you've got it game one out of Christmas break. How do you approach the season? Do you change your mentality completely? I mean, do you change the way you're going to approach it because of some of those things? How do you move forward, Coach?
No, we're still the same team we were, and I think we win the same ways we do. We may have to try to get even a little bit faster, even a little bit more pressure because, Flaherty, Kaylin Flaherty, who, I just want to say for a moment, she's a kid that for 2 years was behind some really good basketball players and paid her dues and came to practice every day, and just sick for her that she's lost for the season. But, she was our leading rebounder. And so, that's a big hole to fill. And really the only advantage we get from it is maybe we do gain a little bit of team speed. And so, our full court stuff we do, running the floor and stuff like that before people get set up is way more important. We've put in some plan B stuff. The other night, we had multiple posts hurt all at the same time and had to go with the 4-guard lineup. We haven't done a whole lot of 4-guard offense. So, the last 2 days we've been doing a whole lot of 4-guard offense in case that, something like that happens again, and especially down a post, getting the best players out on the court at any given one time, you start having to adjust and some of the offensive things you do.
All right, Purple Dragons here tonight. Always a tough competition there at their place as well. What do you know of them, and what do you expect out of this ball game?
Pittsburgh's never been an easy place to play. They, they're a 5A town and have athleticism and the type of players you get at a 5A school. And so a lot of athleticism there for them. And we're going to have to come out and match. They have a really nice intensity level. And so we got to come out and match that and hopefully pass that if we're wanting to win this basketball game.
All right, Coach. We appreciate your time as always, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans here on Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. His interviews is always brought to you by Brumback Service Center. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, starting lineups, keys to the game, opening tip-off from Pittsburgh, the Trojans and the Purple Dragons next on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here live, Pittsburg High School, home of the Purple Dragons, getting ready for this boys and girls basketball doubleheader tonight. BJ Harris with you alongside me. Josh Lettner is getting ready for this girls game. Girard Lady Trojans trying to bounce back from a loss to begin the 2018 portion of their season. Playing so good going into break, 4-1, riding a 4-game winning streak, and then that was stopped briefly, hopefully for them, by the Parsons Vikings last Tuesday night, trying to bounce back here tonight against the Lady Purple Dragons. The Trojan men on the other side, though, Josh, they had a big win last Tuesday in overtime against Parsons. Parsons always so tough, always so athletic, and as I mentioned in the open, they're always tough against the Trojans, regardless of how good the Trojans are. A couple of years ago, the Trojans had a team that went to a state tournament. This Trojan boys team may have good enough to get to a state tournament as well, but Parsons always plays them tough. 3 straight years, their games have gone to overtime. The year before that, in 2014, it was a 3-point win for the Trojans, and so Parsons no doubt had them circled on their mind, played a tough game, but the Trojans had enough to get the win.
Yeah, they did, and it was really nip and tuck down the stretch for the Trojans, and they led it by 5 at the break, and I said at the half that, nobody heard it, but I said at the break that it was the least secure feeling 5-point lead I've ever, felt, because that team is so athletic, and you can just tell that they're streaky, and when they get hot and they start getting excited and buying in, that they're going to be really hard to stop, and that's what happened coming down the stretch in the fourth quarter. It's almost like they kind of woke up, and they had a couple players really come alive in that fourth quarter and really gave the Trojans a run and pushed the ball up the floor. And Girard had a hard time matching that athleticism. But then once overtime started, it was almost like Coach Westcott got the team kind of calmed down a little bit, and they started running the offense a little bit more and were able to pull away from Parsons. And, they may or may not have had a couple of calls go their way that the Parsons fans not too happy about. But in the end, the Trojans executed and hit their free throws in that overtime stretch, and that's what really helped them pull away from Parsons.
Jordan has an opportunity to match up with Parsons, I think, maybe a little bit better than perhaps they do against Pittsburg High. Pittsburgh's going to be big, down inside, 6'6", 6'6" in the post to start out with Marquis English and Chase Curtis, and so the Trojans are going to have to be different. They're going to have to really rebound. They're going to have to work extra hard to rebound tonight. And we talked a little bit about, we talk often, and I'll talk with Coach Westcott about this a little bit. Obviously, Caleb Muya is the way things have to be, and he is the guy that has to carry them, and he did the other night. And then Evan Troike coming in undersized, but running the point and one of the leading rebounders. But Ethan Goff can be that X factor. We talked with Coach about that in just a little bit. When he gets red hot, he can be the hottest guy shooting in the gym, and he's got the green light to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and it was interesting. He made a couple of three-pointers in the first half and then kind of went cold and missed a few of them. It was almost like Coach, during the halftime break, told him, go to the hole.
Yeah.
Because in the second half, he didn't even attempt a three-point shot. Everything was within 2 feet of the basket, and that's really where he did his most damage, earned his most trips to the free throw line, was in transition and heading to the basket. So he got really aggressive with the ball in the second half, and I think that kind of made the difference for the Trojans.
There was a stretch maybe in the second half of the game against Iola right before break where I felt like the Trojans were clicking on all cylinders. Haven't seen that all the way throughout this season. When all 3 of those guys I just mentioned and then everybody else can play to that level that they need to, the Trojans have the ability, no doubt, to beat one of the best teams in Southeast Kansas, a team in 5A that may make it to another state tournament in the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons, but they're going to need all their effort they can coming up here later on in the nightcap of our doubleheader. But the girls go first. We'll talk about more about that. Get your keys to the game, starting lineups, and more coming up next right here on the Community National Bacon Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Get ready for starting lineups here inside the gymnasium. We'll do the same thing as the starting lineups are always brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Pearls and Curls Boutique, a great new shabby chic boutique located next door to Sheer Expressions on the south side of the square in Girard. See all the new arrivals at facebook.com/Pearls and Curls KS. It's Pearls A&D Curls KS. And first up for the Purple Dragons, it'll be number 15, Shanae Thomas, a 5'6" sophomore. Number 21, Caden Matlock, a 5'11" sophomore. Number 24, Caitlin Kidd, a 5'11" senior. And number 33, Abby Casper, 5'6" senior for them. And they were going to say it was between 32, Sophia Penamani, 5'9" sophomore. And number 4, Riley Johnson, 5'5" sophomore, the two that have been kind of switching out. Looks like it'll be Sophia Penamani getting the start for the Purple Dragons here tonight. For the Lady Trojans, it'll be number 2, JoJo Ferguson, 5'10" junior, averages 2.5 points per ball game. Number 13, Drake Worrell, 5'9" junior, averaging 1.3. Number 14, Gabby Sands, a 5'7" junior, second leading scorer for the Lady Trojans, averaging 5.7 points per ball game. Number 15, JC Murphy, 5'5" senior, first start of the season here tonight. And Coach feels good about her health for the first time really in a year. Back to hopefully a healthy point, and when she is, she can be very good for them, certainly on the defensive end of the floor. And number 23, Sydney Crane, a 5'8" senior, averaging nearly 20 points per ball game. Pretty darn good player is Sydney Crane. Area matchups brought to you by Bumper to Bumper of Girard, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving Girard since 1935. Come in and talk to Willie. You'll find the thing you're looking for. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. Tonight, Baxter Springs at Neodesha, St. Paul at Frontenac, and Uniontown at Galena. Some of the matchups to watch here in our area matchup. Opening tip-off is always brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas, supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even glasses from Larrett Ceramics. 620-724-8442. We are courtside, court on, and do our best to get you what we can. Leaping, it'll be Caitlin Kidd for the Purple Dragons. Going to win that one for them as they move from right to left. Quickly get it to Kidd, high post. She'll kick back outside and controlled by Casper. Onto the right wing, long 2 on the way, no, long 3 on the way, no good. And here comes the Trojans on the rebound. Quickly up there, Murphy. She walked with it. JC going to have to get her sea legs underneath her a little bit as the season progresses. She certainly will. Leah Kerr getting the start for the Purple Dragons. She's got the ball right now. She brings it up the floor from right to left, working against Gabby Sands. Shake and bake on her. And now quickly to the left side for Penamani. Here's Casper. She'll drive, pumping. Good defense inside there by Crane, and now another travel. A couple of turnovers back-to-back by both teams. 33 for the Purple Dragons is the one Coach talked about in the pregame, and she just keeps on coming at you. Sydney and her are going to battle tonight a little bit, it looks like. They get a steal to Casper. Kidd make the steal. They'll find over on the other side for Sophia Penamani. Gets the 2-point bucket, and it's an early 2-0 lead for Pittsburgh. There's another steal. Kerr up with the right hand, no good, but she is fouled. And J.C. Murphy going to pick up her first personal foul. It'll be team foul number 1 on the Lady Trojans. And just got to take care of the basketball. 28 turnovers the other night, kind of right back where we started.
Yeah, they just haven't looked sharp offensively to start out ball games here since the break. And Granted, they've got some tough opponents here out of the SEK League, but you got to take care of your own business. Coaches will be the first to tell you that.
And at the free throw line, it's Aaliyah Kerr. She knocks down the first one, and a timeout quickly can be taken by Coach Herlocker, just trying to settle things down a little bit. We'll keep it right here, 3-0. Your score, Pittsburg High on top of the Lady Trojans. And, you know, we talked about Kaylin Flaherty. She's out of the ball game, torn ACL, not going to play the rest of the year. She was one of those players that could put down to the post and just kind of roam down there and keep players out of the post. Already, they've been able to get to the rim a couple of times, and her absence is being seen immediately.
Yeah, and really, Girard just doesn't have anybody to throw in there to give you that physical presence that Kaylin had inside. And they're going to have to find something that works, but there's going to be a period here where we're going to be in transition and a period of flux, I guess, while Coach Herlocker tries to find out who's going to work for him down there in the trenches.
Kerr goes to the free throw line, knocks down both free throws. 4-0 start to this ball game for Pittsburgh, and Trojans just need some offense. They need an offensive possession. Murphy will hold on the right side. J.C. Carter tells this man-to-man defense. Now she needs to get out of there. She'll go off to Whirl and out of bounds off Whirl, and back to the Lady Purple Dragons. That tenacious defense up into the face of the Lady Trojans, causing them some trouble. Casper will get it in the backcourt. Up in front, they'll go for Pinamani. Back over to Casper. She'll bring it up the floor. Crossing over, working against Sands. Here's Kerr in the paint. Hard to the rim, and they're going to say she walked with it. Murphy got in there and kind of got into her hip and made her turn it over. Brittany Bailey going to check into the ball game. Jada Valley getting ready to come into the ball game as well for the Lady Trojans. Our first substitutions, and you see Jada come in for JC, and some of that's going to be conditioning for JC's point. When she gets her breath underneath her, she's going to be very tough for the Trojans, but it's good substitutions and just not very good crisp passing here by really either team, but the Trojans more so. Another turnover here. Purple Dragons with it. Pinamani. Skip pass right side for Kerr. She'll drive. Easy to the rim. Up and good. Well, now I've got the wrong name here. I don't have a 12. No, Madden Petty. There she is. I mean, why would a roster be in numerical order? Not in numerical order.
Oh.
So that Madden Petty is number 12. That's my fault. Here's a shot, but a foul going to be called on the floor. Foul called on Sands, her first. Team foul number 2. And Casper knocks down another bucket, and it's an 8-0 run to start this ball game for the Purple Dragons, and another timeout taken by Coach Herlocker. Will take it along with him. Back in 30 seconds. Trojans just trying to stop the bleeding. We're back at 30 on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
A run to start this ball game for Pittsburgh. Trojans just trying to get a stop here. They have only had one legitimate offensive possession, and that was even short-lived. Baseline by Petty. Shot no good. Rebound by Kidd. She'll get it pulled out of there and knocked it out of bounds. Last touched by the Lady Trojans. Kidd to inbound here from underneath the basket. 5'11" senior. So throw it in. Throw it in deep for Casper. She'll set top of the key. Working against Valley. Jada's going to have her hands full there on her. Here's Petty back over to Casper. Now Kidd trying to just go over the top. Shot no good. Rebound Ferguson. JoJo pulls it out of there. She'll push it up in front. Got away with a couple of carries, I think JoJo did. But here's Crane. Sid just going to have to try to make her own shot. They get on top of her. Coming away with her is Ferguson somehow. She'll push it off for Sands, and Sands will reset the offense for the Lady Trojans. 5:07 to play here in this first quarter. Trojans just longest offensive possession of the ball game so far for them already. And just tough defense by the Purple Dragons right in the face of the Trojans. Good dish inside. Crane's going to draw contact, and Sid will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
You get the feeling that she's going to have to be a lot more aggressive in this game. As aggressively as they're guarding all her teammates, Sydney Crane's somebody who can create her own shot with the dribble, and she's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive than I think she's accustomed to.
Sydney 22 of 37 from the free throw line on the season. And she'll knock down the first one and get the Trojans off the schneid a little bit here. Smith going to check into the ball game. J.C. Murphy checks back into the ball game for the Lady Trojans. And Crane knocks down the first free throw. Here comes the second one up and in. 8-2, that stops that 8-0 run for the Purple Dragons. Driving, Petty. Good defense by Bailey. She comes away with it as well. Somebody knocked out of it. So Petty walked out of her shoes. Other end of the floor, another turnover. And that left her down there to cherry pick a little bit, did Petty. She draws contact and gets the bucket to go. They don't call the foul. Madden Petty has got 6 points, 6 of the 10 already for Pittsburgh. Here's Bailey trying to go with that left hand shot, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Petty. Off right side. Petty should fire a three, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Bailey. And here come the Lady Trojans. In transition, up the floor they go. Crane on the right side. She'll pull the trigger on a three, no good. And rebound by Kidd. Casper pushing the pace for the Lady Purple Dragons. This has been kind of a breakneck start to this game, and that'll test the Lady Trojans. Short bench, good entry pass down inside, up with the right hand, and good for Caden Matlock. And her first bucket makes it another 10-point lead, the largest of the ball game. And Crane drives and gets it in. The first field goal of the ball game coming with 3:28 to play in the first quarter for the Trojans. Quickly up the floor, Casper pulls the trigger on a quick one. Over the back, Kidd goes over the back on a good position there by Brittany Bailey. And Brittany's going to have her hands full with her. That's a pretty good matchup as well to watch down inside the paint. Kidd will pick up her first personal team foul, number 2 on the Lady Purple Dragons. And Trojans will bring it up the floor. 12-4 your score, 3-13. Driving, trying to go to Crane. She'll need some help. Kinsey Smith will come over and provide that help. And another foul going to be called. Trojans need to just keep pushing the issue a little bit because Pittsburgh plays that aggressive defense. Could cause some foul trouble later on in the game.
Yeah, they will foul you as long as you press the issue, like you said.
Out of the ball game for Pittsburgh comes Sophia Pinamani. Crane crossing over in the paint. Got to trust your teammates a little bit. Coming up the floor and nearly losing it. Dish off right side. Petty, she'll just walk in there. She's going to get called for a charge. Out of control is what the official would likely say. There was no real play, no real control to her going into the paint there. And coming into the ball game is Riley Johnson. She'll replace Petty. Also checking in was Cassidy Odell, 5'5" sophomore for Pittsburgh. Crane will push over her left side. Give it up to Murphy. JC. Smith trying to go. Good bounce pass inside Crane. She'll push it up with the right hand, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Casper. Here they come. They want to run, man. Up and down the floor. Sands getting ready to check back in. Worrell coming back into the ball game as well shortly. Shot up with the left up and around for Matlock. She's got 4. Lead back to 10 for Pittsburgh. Sid will pull the 3. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Odell, and here she comes. Quickly up the floor. You get this feeling sometimes Pittsburgh is just go as hard as you can and hope to hold on to the basketball and hope to get to the other end of the floor. Here's Johnson. She'll pull the trigger on a three, no good. Rebound Valley. Now Jada's going to bring it. 1-on-2 for Jada. She'll drive. She'll go up there, get some contact in the bucket. They don't call the foul somehow, but she splits the defense. What a good take by Jada Valley. 14-6 is your score. Trojans just trying to survive a tough first quarter here in Pittsburg. Odell on the right side. She'll give way. And an ear steal by Kinsey Smith. Ferguson, Whirl, Sands come in. Bailey, Crane, and Murphy come out for the Lady Trojans. As you can clearly see there as they walk basically right into the frame. Sitting courtside here in Pittsburg.
Coach's view.
Yeah. We got to make that graphic and put it at the bottom, make it more official.
Yeah, like we're trying to do it.
Again, just kind of out of control, but this time it's going to be beneficial to Pittsburgh. They're going to call a foul on JoJo. She kind of holds that right elbow. She went hard to the ground. Casper came right into her, and they're going to say it's a shooting foul. And so Casper going to go to the free throw line here for the first time tonight for Pittsburgh to shoot two. Up and good. 15-6, 1:18 to play in the first quarter. Trojans trailing. They've trailed by as many as 10 twice. And now 3 times. Here is Casper knocks them down. Purple Dragons also 4 for 4 from the stripe, so pretty good start for them. Trojans just need to limit the damage here in this first quarter, try to regroup. Top of the key for Sands. Thought about it, didn't take it. She'll pull up now. Free throw. Good pump fake. Shot no good. Trojans can't get him to go. Whirls down there. And Pittsburgh comes out of there with it. Here comes Casper. 54 seconds to play. Up in front for Odell. And gets it up and in for Cassidy Odell. And Pittsburgh's already had 5 girls score in this first quarter. Their largest lead now is 12. This one's going to go in the backcourt, and Odell's going to track it down. It's going to be backcourt against Pittsburgh. No, out of bounds against Pittsburgh. Casper's going to come out of the ball game. Penamani comes into the ball game for Pittsburgh. Sophomore class here for Pittsburgh is pretty good. They've got a lot of girls that play. Matlock. Penamani. Getting a lot of playing time here already as sophomores. They may be building for the future here. Ball knocked to the bounds, last touched by the Purple Dragons. 20.2 on the clock. Into the ball game. Zoe Penamani. There's triplets here, by the way, in case you didn't know that. That could get pretty precarious for a broadcaster.
They're all on the floor at the same time.
It'll happen inevitably someday. And there's 2 of them on the floor right now. Off to the right side. Up and around. Nice take to the rim that time. That is Sophia Penamani, and she gets her second field goal of the ball game. 14-point lead here for Pittsburgh. Off right side for Sands. At the buzzer, up and no good, and that's the end of the first quarter. Lady Trojans trail here. They have by 12, I have by 14. After 1 quarter play, we're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout Southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Tough. Back underway here in Pittsburgh. Lady Trojans going to control the basketball for a brief second into the second quarter. 18-6 was your score at the end of one. I had 20, but I've been known to be wrong one time.
And you call yourself a homer.
It was a Tuesday. I was wrong. I'll remember it like it was yesterday. Because it was yesterday, right? Oh, no, that was a Thursday.
I guess you got to start over now. It's been how long?
Back underway here in the second quarter. One to forget for the Lady Trojans in that first quarter. Just couldn't take care of the basketball enough and just aren't getting to the rim, not getting to the basket. A very good defensive effort by Pittsburgh. And Trojans going to have to find an answer here against the Purple Dragons. That might not be it. Here's Crane on the floor just trying to scramble for it. Come out of there somehow with it. Sands will control for Girard. Going to drive in there. Got to draw contact. Just keep pushing. Here's Smith. She'll attack. She put it up with the left hand. No good. Rebound. Bailey. She's got to go right back up. Go back up, Britley. And she gets it blocked. Size on size. Those two are about the same height. Both about 5'11". And
that's where you need that hook.
Yep. Off left side, Odell. She'll go high post. Back outside. And Casper will reset for the Purple Dragons. Just underway here in the second quarter. And Maddie Petty knocks down the three-point bucket. She's their leading scorer right now. She's got 9 points in the ball game and grows the largest lead to 15. 21-6. Up in front court after miss by the Trojans. Run to the floor with the left hand. Shot no good. And that's Petty just coming in there to fight for it to get that rebound. Bailey just kind of, I think, took it for granted that she was going to get it.
And all of a sudden it was a battle.
And then gets the foul, so Bailey will pick up her first personal foul. Team foul number 5 on the Lady Trojans. And Petty misses her first shot, first time she's missed tonight.
It looks like the last couple weeks, last couple games, both against Parsons and here tonight against Pittsburgh, Trojans just not accustomed to the speed that these teams are getting up and down the floor.
Yep. Lucky for them, Petty missed both free throws. The first 2 missed free throws of the ball game for the Purple Dragons, and Trojans need to score. Just get it through the cylinder. Put her in the peach basket. Kenzie Smith's not afraid. She plays with reckless abandon, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Girard. Just cannot get a break. And so Trojans can put a little pressure on here in the backcourt, try to make something happen on the defensive end and get some easy buckets. If you get a steal here, you'll have a chance. Throw it up in front. Kidd up in front. Good break there. Casper. Good defense by Gabby Sands. Casper not able to hold on to it. Now Kidd has it. She'll try to go over the top of Bailey and up and good. Caitlin Kidd's first field goal of the ball game. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls have scored already for Pittsburgh High. 23-6. 6 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Valley. She'll go up and under. Shot no good. And rebound pulled out of there. The Trojans are getting crushed on the boards as well in this ball game. Up in front for Petty. Again, out of control. Here's Crane. This may be the best, easiest opportunity for the Trojans. Crane will go up, and they're going to call charge on her.
Defender was obviously set. Rather than taking a little pull-up jumper that was offered to her, she ran right into her.
Yeah, you got to trust your teammates, too. I know she wants to take it. She knows she's the best option to get the bucket there, but when you got 3-on-1, at least fake that pass or pass it early and get it back to you. But a little lack of trust there and leads to an empty frame for Lady Trojans on a fast break opportunity. Here's Odell. She'll push it up in front court. She'll just take it. Blocked by Bailey, but then it'll be a foul on the Trojans, her second.
And Bailey really can't afford to have her get in foul trouble because she's really their only presence down low tonight.
Yep.
Kind of
23-6.
Protect her a little bit. Kind of skewing the way of the girls' JV game that we watched here before our broadcast.
First one missed, no good by Odell. Well, I can tell you this, too. Girard High School in Southeast Kansas has been known for girls basketball for quite some time. And they have drubbed some teams in Southeast Kansas over the last decade. They are not going to pull back.
No. Nobody seems to forget that either.
Yep. Coach Krotz coached Baxter Springs a couple years ago, and Trojans put it to them a couple of times. And so They're going to score with as many as they can here early for sure. Trying to go down inside and knocked away. Intended for Ella Hendrickson. Trojans will get it back. Driving inside is Valley, and she'll draw some contact. The thing about the foul trouble, I thought about that earlier, but heck, they've gone now 7, 8 deep into the bench already. And I don't know if that's going to be an issue necessarily because they can just bring so many girls off the bench. 5:07 to go in the first half. Trojans just need to have a few positive things happen. Here's Crane. She'll scoop up and under. Shot no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Petty. And here comes Pittsburg. 4:53. Off left side for Petty. Down to the paint. Defended well. Nice job by the Lady Trojans. And here they come. Smith will push over left side. Trying a little give and go, and they're being very physical down inside. Officials are letting them be that way, and they're just denying the basketball to Sydney Crane. Sydney has 4 points. She averages nearly 20 a game. Here's Casper. Shot blocked. Good defense there again. That's Crane, but gathered up by Casper somehow. Somehow she didn't travel there either. Here's Petty. She'll pull the trigger. Shot no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Kidd, up off the glass and good.
Yeah, the height advantage tonight for Pittsburg High is paying off because they're getting almost every rebound that's there to be had.
25-6, 4:03 to play. This is becoming biblical here. There's a travel, but they got away with it, and JC's out of sorts. Petty, timeout coming by Coach Urlacher. I almost guarantee it. And there it is.
JC's not the only one out of sorts. It looks like it's top to bottom here tonight.
27-6, a big exhale from Coach Urlacher and the Trojan faithful. 3:45 to play, 46 to play. In the first half, we're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
27-6 your score, Girard Lady Trojans. Struggling here tonight against the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons, and Madden Petty's pretty good. She has 6'9", give her 11 already here in this first half. She's a leading scorer. The Trojans down by 23. Foul going to be called against Petty. In her defense, they pretty well let them be as physical as they need to be, but Petty, who leads them in scoring, also leads them in fouls, and she's going to check out. Obviously frustrated.
Yeah, you know, it's frustrating when you're a player when everything's okay 4 times, and then the 5th time you do it, they call it a foul. So.
Yep. (29-7). Trojans trying to stop that one. They do for Whirl. Trojans only have 2 field goals in this ball game already.
Yeah, that's a tough night at the office.
Here at the elbow is Matlock up and in. She's got 6. 2:50 to play. Entry pass down inside the World. She'll kick out to Ferguson. Clear shell shock you're seeing here from Lady Trojans. Can read it on their faces. And a double dribble going to be called on Sydney Crane. There's a steal by Crane. She read that one all the way. Pass off Ferguson, and they turn it over again. Even when things good happen, they only happen briefly. Right now for Girard, 2.5 to play in this first half. 31-8 your score. They're off right side for Pinamani. Down inside to Kidd. High-low stolen away by Kester. Kenzie Kester going to throw it away. Trojans en route to record turnovers. Got to be close in the first half.
Almost every possession.
And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Purple Dragons. So Trojans going to get it back here. And they'll have it on the right side for Ferguson. And a 5-second count. Good night, sweetheart.
And it's like new and creative ways to turn it over.
Wow. 2:02 to play in this first half, 31-8. Trojans. And coach is just trying to get 5 girls out there that
want to play,
can hold on to the basketball. He's throwing them all out there. Here's Matlock to inbound for Pittsburgh. He'll get it into Casper up in front of Odell. With the right hand layup, no good. Rebound. Bailey off of Pinamani and out of bounds. It'll go to the Lady Trojans. 1:54 to play in this first half. Trojans just, at this point, you start thinking about possessions. Just have something positive happen on this possession, then try to do it again on the next possession, and maybe you start to get things moving in the right direction. And just hope this doesn't have something that can be so difficult that you can't bounce back from it next game or next week, going into tournament week. Up and under, what a nifty move there by Crane. And that's touched out of bounds by Kidd. It'll stay with Pittsburgh, or Girard rather. But you it's hard to think about that already here at halftime with about 90 seconds to play. But you have tournament week next week where you're going to have to play a lot in a short period of time against maybe opponents that aren't quite as tough, but we'll see. But you got to make sure this mentally just doesn't completely deflate you. Sands needs some help. Here's Crane. She'll spin. She's still working, and she's going to be fouled by Kidd, I believe. And it will. A minute 20 to play. And Crane will go to the free throw line. That was called on Caitlin Kidd, her second. Crane misses the first one. She's just got 4 points, as I mentioned, has not scored in this second quarter. A timeout on the floor. We'll go ahead and take it. We're back at 30. You're watching Girard Lady Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more. Or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
Sydney Crane at the free throw line to try to shoot her second free throw, and she misses them both. That's a great example of the way things are going here. Casper going to bring it across the timeline here with 1:11 to play in the first half. Purple Dragons may work for the final shot, but that's not really in their demeanor. They are aggressive. Here's Pinamani for a 3, no good. Rebound by Odell. They'll kick it back out and reset. Screen comes from Kidd. Casper attacks across the lane for Matlock. Kick back outside Pinamani. Good ball movement here. Driving is Casper. Now she was attacking already, and coach is called to reset it, but she was already too far into it. Her first field goal. Trojans have done good against her, but that might be the only real victory of the night so far for the Trojans. Crane backing her way in. Scoop it off for Murphy. Off to Valley. Valley will look to attack. She'll just throw up a prayer. Only help she would get
was not answered.
Well, it did get answered within reason that it got knocked out of bounds by the Purple Dragons, so it'll stay with the Trojans. Kidd will check out with 24.4 to play. Hendrickson will come in to replace her, try her to not get her third foul. Hendrickson trying to deny on Bailey, off to Sands. Shot no good. Here they come, 16 seconds. Pittsburg might think about holding for the final shot. 10 seconds.
Probably thinking 2 for 1 here.
It's hard for them to pull the reins back. They just keep coming at you. And Odell will take a run at it. Shot no good. Rebound Hendrickson. She throws it off, and Crane's going to throw one up at the buzzer, but it's no good, and that's the end of the first half. One to forget for the Lady Trojans. We'll try to talk about it here in just a little bit on the halftime show. We'll talk about the boys' game as well coming up in just a moment. Girard National Bank halftime show. Girard National Bank bringing you community banking at its best. They've been committed to providing customer service with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to Girard National Bank. 33-8. The Trojans trail here tonight against the Purple Dragons. We'll talk about it next on the Girard National Bank halftime show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Thanks to your support, Canara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Canara Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more. Or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here at halftime in Pittsburgh, the Girard Lady Trojans trailing by that score you see in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. So you don't know, I'm not lying. 33-8. You're watching a promotion here. They're doing here. If you make a three-point shot, you come to the side, you get a chance to shoot a half-court shot. You pay $1, shoot your three, and then if you get it, then you go half-court, you can win $100. So that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah,
I like it. It's a good idea. I wish I had $100. I wish I had $1.
Just go get in on that right now.
You can. I'll leave the camera on you so you can see, because that'll be worth the time. It may be one of the few shots we get to see here from somebody affiliated with the Lady Trojans, because it's been a rough day here for Girard. Let's take a look at your Girard Eye Care. Eye on the Game, brought to you by Girard Eye Care, thanks to the support from their community. Girard Eye Care has doubled their space and extended their hours with locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Girard Eye Care is the clear choice. Call 620-235-1737. And it started out bad, never got better. Lady Trojans fell behind early 8-0 on an 8-0 run to start the game for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh grew the lead to as large as 12 at the end of the first quarter, 18-6. And then that lead just continued to grow as the Trojans only had 2 points in the second quarter and no field goal in the second quarter. Those 2 points came from the free throw line, and so if you can't make a field goal, you're going to have a hard time climbing out of a hole. And the Lady Trojans have dug themselves in one here today, 33-8 at halftime. Let's take a look at your halftime numbers. Halftime stats brought to you by Exchange State Bank, one of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas. Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing customers with a quality service, online banking, bill paying, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just dealing with bank employees, you are banking with your friends. Learn more at esbks.com. That's esbks.com. First up for the Lady Trojans, 4 points for Sydney Crane, 2 points from Drake Worrell, 2 points from Jada Valley, and that's it scoring-wise. We couldn't keep track of turnovers. If we had, it would be in the 20 range, probably.
Yeah,
I would say.
You wouldn't want to know what it is.
In that first half, it's
felt like 1,000.
Yeah, not ideal for the Lady Trojans. For the Purple Dragons, one girl in double figures, 11 points for Madden Petty. But then they also had 5 other girls score for them as they moved it around. 6 points from Caden Matlock, 4 points from Caitlin Kidd, 4 points from Sophia Pinamani, 4 points from Abby Casper, and then 2 points from Cassidy Odell for the Purple Dragons. Shooting their half-court shots here for 100 bones. Trying to get up underneath it. The key is you gotta measure that. That was a good release. I like that.
That was good.
I thought that one had a shot. Some Girard people came down. I was hoping maybe they'd get one in there.
There it is.
Pay the man. Pay the man. Pay the man. He didn't even break a smile. Hardly.
Just business.
Like he knew he was going to do it.
Just business.
100 bones for him. Last guy. So much. There you go. Well, that's not a bad night's work.
No.
He's going to make more money than both of us tonight.
Yeah.
So that's one way to do it. 33-8, your halftime score. Lady Trojans going to have to try to come back in the second half. We'll see if they can do it. We're going to step away, take another quick break. We'll come back, get you ready for second half action from Girard. Lady Trojans here against the Purple Dragons on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back at halftime, they had a little bit of time, had a little bit of an extended halftime break here in Pittsburgh. The Girard Lady Trojans right now trail 33-8. I'm not exactly sure what Coach has up his sleeve at halftime, how you kind of approach your girls. I'm sure there's a lot of frustration, probably upset down inside that locker room. It's going to take a coaching job for him just to try to keep this thing from completely falling apart.
Yeah, and, like you said there in the second quarter, you just got to take it one possession at a time. At this point, you got to first have some success and then try and build on it the next time down the floor. And the Trojans have just had some trouble getting the ball down the floor and getting into their offense. And, the officials are allowing this game to be physical, but you got to be able to adapt to that sort of thing if you're out there on the floor. And the Lady Trojans just haven't had a good answer for Pittsburg High's size on the inside and the speed at which they want to get up and down the floor. And that's kind of like an SEK league thing, I think. The teams in that league seem to run it up and down the floor a lot faster. And they had problems against it with Parsons on Tuesday night, and they're having some problems with it here tonight.
So the Pittsburgh boys go in there as they walked across your screen, and got a boys game coming up in just a little bit. I suspect that'll be a little bit tighter of a contest. Of course, I thought this girls game was going to be a little bit more competitive as well, but the Trojan men coming at a game that they won in overtime against Parsons, they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves coming in tonight against Pittsburg High.
Yeah, it was a tough game against Parsons, and it gives you a little bit of swagger knowing that Parsons has handed Pittsburg High their only loss of the season. And so, you can beat Parsons. So, deductively, I guess, you think you could beat Pittsburgh. And so even though you're here on their home floor, you know that you've got what it takes, the tools and the talent to get it done. So hopefully the boys fare a little bit better tonight than the girls.
There's a team that plays football in Kansas City that breaks all those rules because the teams they beat are still playing in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, but,
Well,
we
you
won't
throw
talk
all
about, I
logic,
can't talk about that.
throw all logic out of the window. If
Between
you're a
this
Chiefs
game
fan.
and that game, I'll start crying here on the air, and there's no room for that. We're back underway here in the second half. Girard going to start out almost getting a turnover. Good hustle by Sydney Crane, getting on the floor and fighting with it to keep that, and Trojans will get it. And then, turnover early by Pittsburgh. Trojans going to start out much better, see if they can keep that going. Going from right to left. Murphy, Worrell, top of the key. You want good long possessions if you're the Trojans, and then do that. There's a shot, no good, and rebound pulled out of there by Ferguson. Her putback is blocked by Kidd. Now here comes Petty in transition up in front to Pinamani. Here's Kidd at the elbow, shot up and good. Good ball movement. Getting that extra pass. Caitlin Kidd has 6.
Dragons look sharp tonight.
35-8. Push off right side for Crane, and a foul going to be called away or at the ball. Kind of a defense fighting through a screen on Casper.
And, it's rough when you're a team like the Trojans that's kind of going through a little bit of a slump here, dealing with some injuries, when you come up against a team that's playing hot that particular night, like Pittsburgh High is.
Yeah, I don't think that the difference in this score is a great indicator of the difference between these two teams. It is tonight, but probably not just in general. The Trojans just struggle a little bit, and you don't take care of the basketball and have poor passes. That's going to lead to that is the result. There will be plenty to use for Coach Urlacher in film. Scoop off, inside, high-low, up and over. Everything's working right now for Pittsburgh. Sophia Pinamani. She's got 6. 37-8. High post for Worrell. She needs help. She'll try to give. Just really good defense, too, by Pittsburgh. That was Kidd getting into the passing lane. Casper going to bring it across the timeline. She'll go off right side for Petty. She'll drive baseline. She was their leading scorer at halftime. She pushed the issue. Shot no good. Fights for a rebound, and Ferguson comes away with it. It's going to be back in favor on the alternating possession to Pittsburgh. And
also, Girard as a team relies on the pass a lot to create openings as opposed to being able to create something with the dribble. And, Pittsburgh High, the way they're guarding them tonight, practically inside their jersey, makes it really hard to create an opening with the pass.
Right. Inbound deep for Pittsburgh. He'll get it and reset here with Casper. Petty on the left side. Back to Casper. She'll look to attack. Pull up. Little 15-footer on the way, no good. Knocked around, and last touched by the lady at Purple Dragons. It'll go back to Girard. 5:53 to play, 37-8. Trojans have a field goal. No, 2 field goals in this game. And note those in the first quarter.
And just not a clean pass all night.
Yep. Up in front, here's Petty. She'll pull the trigger on a 3, no good. Rebound, good position by Pinamani. The foul going to be called before that rebound on Ferguson. Pushing on there, giving up, a couple inches to Pinamani, and then JoJo picks up her second personal foul. Team foul number 2. Go first on the Trojans here in the second half. Petty quickly back down inside the Kidd, up off the glass and good. She's got 8. They're starting to feed her the ball a little bit here to start this second half. It's a 31-point game. And another foul going to be called on Casper, moving through another screen. Her third. Team foul number 2 on Pittsburgh. I would have to go look it up, and I don't really want to, but 30-point losses to a Brad Urlacher coach team are few and far between. Here's a 3 by Crane, just trying to get him going a little bit. Good defense by Valley working against Petty. Those two fighting in the backcourt. Jada right with her all the way. Petty's going to fight through and take it in, draw contact, go to the free throw line. So she'll go to the free throw line. Bailey picks up her second team foul. Number 2, and Kerr goes to the free throw. Kerr Petty goes to the free throw line. She is 3 out of 5 from the stripe. Sands going to check out. Ferguson going to check out. And Petty makes them both. You know, for some of these girls too, Crane, Gabby Sands, JC Murphy, the juxtaposition of what they experienced a year ago at a 4A Division II state championship, one of the best teams in the state of Kansas, and then having to come in here and swallow a loss like this. That's hard. It's hard to do, hard to experience, I'm sure, for them.
Yeah, and it's the nature of the rebuilding year. It's like every team in college or high school experiences it at one point in time. You graduate a real good class, and then you got to develop some younger players. And that's where Girard finds himself right now, and you're going to have games like this.
Good inbound play and a couple of rebounds there for the Trojans. A good inbound play to Bailey. She couldn't get it to go. Rebound by Murphy. That one couldn't go, and then Crane's able to get the rebound and put it in. 41-10, 4:28 to play in the third quarter. Inbound deep for Kidd. She'll pull back out to Petty, who will push it off to the right wing. Here's a 3 on the way, missed. And rebound pulled out of there by the Trojans. Here comes Crane in transition. High-low, good look down inside, and Bailey gets it to go. A good dish by Crane, and Bailey, first field goal of the ball game and a first timeout really needed to be called by Coach Krotz, as these girls are taking a little bit of a breath right now. 41-12, 4:03 to play in the third quarter. We're back in 1 minute. 30 seconds. You're watching Girard High School basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crocan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(41-12). Trojans going to put a little pressure on here in the backcourt after 4 straight points for them. Trojans did not have a field goal in the second quarter. They've got a couple here, first half of this third quarter. Down the floor they go. Pittsburgh's got a really good press break. And Caitlin Kidd's getting going a little bit. She's in double figures with 10, 6 here in the second half. 43-12. Down and around, shot no good by the Trojans, and rebound pulled out of there by Matlock. She'll go up in front court for Odell. Over left side for Matlock. Johnson, Odell, entry pass. Down inside, Trojans just collapse up. It's 5-on-1. They just collapse down on Kidd, cause a turnover. Crane will pull the trigger, a long 3, good. Sydney Crane starting to get going a little bit. She's got 5 points in this third quarter. She only had 4 at halftime, only 1 field goal in that first half for Crane. She's got 2 here.
And part of the problem here over these last couple of games is Sydney Crane's had real problems getting her layups to fall. She's shooting better from beyond the arc than she is within 2 feet of the bucket.
Back and forth they go. Odell, she'll go down into Kidd. Trojans going to get a collapse in on her. Here's Matlock. She'll drive, kick back outside. Casper 3, no good. And rebound by Crane. Now the Trojans are running with it a little bit. Crane will come up. She'll dish. Valley driving. Valley with the left hand, scooping good. What a good play there by Jada Valley. And the Trojans
starting to wake up a little bit.
And you know, the way, there's a turnover. The way Pittsburgh played in the first half was just coming at you, up in your shorts all ball game, up and down the floor. I wondered how long that can last from a fatigue standpoint, and then mistakes like that show that they're a little bit fatigued. Inbound to Smith. Here's Murphy. Skip it over to Crane. Set, fire, 3. No good. Rebound though by Murphy. Trojans will reset it here with 2:20 to play in the third quarter, 43-17. Trying to have an effort here down the stretch. Crane will just try to draw some contact. Can't buy a foul. Here comes Casper from left to right. Skip pass over to Petty. Thought about a three, didn't take it. Odell back to Petty. Now she will fire a three. Good. Madden Petty knocks down her second triple of the ball game. She has 16 points for the Purple Dragons. They lead it 45-17. Shot no good. Here comes Pittsburg. Off to Odell on the left wing. Back to Petty, another three, no good. Rebound Murphy. JC will outlet to Sands, and here come the Lady Trojans. Sands will pull back, give way to Smith, who will set the offense here. Murphy just to the right. She'll try to cross over. JC, little runner with the right hand, no good. With her first field goal of the season. Just trying to keep her healthy. Here's Petty, just trying to take over. Shot no good. Kid's shot is ripped down from behind. Petty comes away with it, and she is fouled. And Petty will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Foul was called on Gabby Sands. Her second, team foul number 3. On the lead Trojans under a minute to play here in this third quarter. And Petty at the free throw line, try to stretch this back out to a 30-point ball game. Rattles in the first one. I've seen a lot of names. Madden for a name. That one I have not seen.
Maybe your dad was a big Xbox player.
Or a Raiders fan.
Well, I prefer to think the former. If he's a Raiders fan, he'd have had his daughter playing at Frontenac.
Yeah. Missed the second one. Here comes Girard. And a foul. Going to be called on Odell. Her second, team foul number 4 on Pittsburgh. 37.4 seconds to play. In the third quarter, 46-17. Do have a boys game coming up a little bit later on. Stick around for that one. Off the Valley on the right wing. Whirl. Sands, another moving screen. They've gotten a couple of those, and not moving screen, but Caden Matlock had walked through a couple of screens and didn't get called for him, and that one she finally does. And Coach was asking for it over here. It's just her first foul. She's committed about 4 of them, but that one she gets called for. It's fine. Be physical. Here's a steal by by Petty. Petty will go up and around, shot up good, and the foul. That kid can play. And she's going to go back to the free throw line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play and push this thing over 30 now. 31-point game as Freshman will check out of the ball game.
Freshman.
Yeah, that's not normal. She knocks down the free throw. She's 6 out of 9 from the stripe. 20 points. Murphy going to try to drive up, try to get a bucket to go. Can't get it, but she will draw contact. Pittsburgh comes in at 2-6. They've played a pretty competitive schedule. They played over a Webb City tournament. So maybe that 2-6 record not quite indicative of how good of a team they are. And I would suspect Coach is pretty pleased about this performance, and maybe something they can build on. Trojans just trying to survive. Here's JC.
Well, when you hear the coaches around the league talk about, the teams this year, the SEK league is pretty evenly matched top to bottom. Not a lot of difference between the top team in the league and the bottom team in the league.
JC knocks down both free throws. Good for her. Get on the scores sheet. Down the floor they go. Petty just going after it. Here's Hendrickson at a roll in at the buzzer, and Ella will get a bucket here. And that'll make it 51-19. We're going to step away, take a minute timeout. We'll come back, get your fourth quarter right after this on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their e-Power checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(51-19) Lady Trojans in a tough one tonight here in Pittsburgh. The running clock here in this fourth quarter, most likely. High post for Bailey for the Trojans. Ridley holding, got to get rid of the basketball. She'll give to Crane. Crane will slice her way through there, draw contact, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. Sid's only been to the free throw line twice tonight.
Yep, and the clock's running.
Foul was called on Odell, her third. Team foul number 7 on the Trojans. On the Purple Dragons. They play aggressively. They'll get themselves in foul trouble, but they've got enough depth to.
They got enough cushion on the scoreboard that it doesn't really.
It certainly doesn't matter now, but in general, Crane knocks down the first free throw. Missed the second. Rebound pulled out of there by Casper. I'm guessing we'll see this first kind of group of Pittsburgh players, and they'll have a couple possessions, and I would hope that they would get out of the ball game. There's a steal by Valley. She'll take it up, try to lay it in. Shot no good. They're going to call contact and a foul. Jada may have got away with a little bit of a travel there. Maybe one little scoot step too many, but that's okay.
The Euro step.
Yep.
The Euro step is the third one. That's how you know.
That's the one they count. They don't count the first one.
Yeah.
That one bounced twice off the back iron.
I always thought Manu Ginobili was traveling, but they call it the Euro step.
Huh.
Like, oh, okay.
They only give it to you if you're European in
Yeah,
the NBA.
he's from Argentina, so I don't know.
Oh, that's not. I don't know where Manu Ginobili is.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe I should have started claiming that one when I was in high school. And a lot fewer tournaments. No, it was a Euro step.
Valley makes both of them. And a 5-second count. There have been a few more bright spots, I guess, so to speak, here in the second half than there was in the first half. All of it's going to be a moot point. And really looking forward to talking to Coach Herlocker in a little bit. Inbound deep for Crane. She'll go right back to Valley. Jada will push. Little fade away, and they're going to say she walked with it. There's her Euro step.
Clearly, that ref's never been to Europe.
Up in front court, they'll go to Petty. She'll catch. Layup. Can't get it to go. Over the back. Kid's going to be called for a foul running over the back of Brittany Bailey. Caitlin Kidd will pick up her third personal foul, so that's going to send Bailey to the free throw line to shoot 1-1 against a running clock here in this fourth quarter. Anytime it's over 30 points, they'll have a running clock. At the boys' game coming up in just a little bit. There's a Trojan men right now 6-1 on the season, 5-1 on the season. Coming in to take on the Purple Dragons, who only have 2 losses to their record. Petty just driving. She just going to keep fighting through.
Yep.
She
reckless abandon.
Runs over the top of Ferguson, draws that contact.
She's got those knee pads on. I mean, she hits the floor a lot. She might want some elbow pads and a helmet, too. Mouth guard.
Well, confidence. You pointed out of a freshman. That
fearless.
Just don't happen very often. Jada Valley kind of has that same mentality a little bit, too, as a freshman. Those two will play against each other. as long as Pittsburgh continues to play Girard. And not sure how the basketball classifications will come out. They don't, but Pittsburgh going to drop down to 4A in football, but Girard drops into 3A, so I'm not sure if that'll affect some of whether or not their schedule keeps doing what it's doing here. And
yeah, and also next year the CNC, as Coach Herlocker said Tuesday night, goes to the double elimination round robin next year.
Yeah.
So that'll cut down on the non-conference games.
Coach Herlocker going to take a timeout here. 3:38 to play in this ball game. We'll take it along with them. 54-22 your score. Trojans trail the Purple Dragons. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Girard High School basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Scouring the website here, USD 248 website. This is probably going to end up being a record breaker for Coach Herlocker as a varsity head coach. I don't know that to be a fact, but it's pretty close if it's not. Trojans will have it here coming out of the break, moving from left to right. Crane in the paint, blocked up in front, and foul going to be called against Crane after that blocked shot. Crane picks up her second, team foul number 6 on Lady Trojans. Again, running clock here, 3:03 to play and counting in this fourth quarter. Good crowd here for both squads. Geographically close to one another. And out of bounds off of the Purple Dragons. Crane will dribble into the paint. Scoop off for Sands. Trojan just cross it over, trying to get Jada Valley. Another block shot by Hendrickson, and then jump ball. Good effort there by Jada to tie up Hendrickson. And it'll stay with Pittsburgh. Johnson going to check into the ball game for Pittsburgh. Out goes Casper. Again, Casper only going to have 4 points in this ball game. She's kind of the motor that makes him go a little bit from a leadership standpoint. This is the motor here that's kept them going on the scoreboard. And Petty going to drive it in there, and it's going to be alternating possession in favor of. Same two girls get tied up on the opposite end of the floor. Random. And this time it'll be in favor of the Lady Trojans. Evans Motors postgame show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll recap this ball game briefly. Get your final stats as well. Talk to the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, on the postgame show. Sands into the paint, trying to go over the top of Hendrickson, who's tall in there, making you alter shots. Got that linked inside, and off to the right side for Penamani, down inside Hendrickson, up off the glass, can't get it to go. And foul going to be called against Pittsburgh.
Oh, Hendrickson over the back on the rebound there.
It's her first, team 10. So Crane going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 here while the clock ticks away. Well, you know how you've had to follow the action here on the floor and how tough that can be?
Wait till it speeds up. We're going to be giving people motion sickness at home.
This boys' game is going to fly. They're both teams super athletic. We got Evan Troike and Ethan Goff and obviously Caleb Muya. And they're going to be going head-to-head against a couple of boys, a whole team full of boys that can fly up and down the floor as well. Looking forward to this boys' game coming up in just a little bit. We've got a timeout here on the floor. We'll keep it right here It's tournament week next week, so we don't have a lot of time off, Josh. We'll have to get going after the weekend and head to the beautiful metropolis. I just cruised through there.
Fredonia, it's still there.
Yep, Fredonia's still there, right there at the roundabout.
Yeah.
We'll come in from the north side. We'll go through G-Town and come around. It's the fastest way. And
spoken like a true local.
Yep, coming through the north side there. And
beautiful Altoona.
We'll be in the high school. Yeah, I go through Altoona.
Yeah.
I recently broke down in Altoona.
Yeah.
And got an opportunity to spend an hour in the Nut Hut, the Prairie Nut Hut. And I did not eat anything. I did have a couple of beverages, but
don't tell Jenny; she'll have me there.
Yeah, you need to go check it out. I should have. The food looked good.
The Nut Hut in Altoona.
That time of the day. It was the time of the day for beverages, and the way the day had gone. I don't know.
When your car breaks down, it's time for a beverage.
In Altoona.
Yeah. You're not going to get a DUI, that's for sure.
I can tell you this: a stop at the Nut Hut might be on our agenda next week.
Maybe.
Monday, it'll be boys first as Crane gets one to go.
At 5 o'clock.
Boys first at 5 o'clock on a Monday. That's a holiday, by the way.
Yeah. Anybody in Fredonia know it's a holiday?
Yeah. And then the girls to follow immediately. So both those games are at the high school. Then it kind of depends on where they're at. They'll both play on Tuesday as well, just a matter of whether or not they win. If both teams are able to win, then they'll both play at the high school again. And we'll have more on that after Monday's game. And a scoop up with the right hand for Odell with 12 seconds to play. And 56-25 is going to be your final. And Valley going to fire one at the buzzer, and that's it. 56-25, Lady Trojans fall by 31 here on the road at Pittsburgh. And the look on those girls' faces pretty well describes the evening as they shake hands and go in the locker room and try to forget this one for that tournament week next week. Again, the Lady Trojans are in action next Monday at 6:45 against Fredonia. So they play the host school at 6:45. We got the boys game at 5 o'clock right before it there in Fredonia as well. Final score, 56-25, Lady Trojans fall here to Pittsburgh. We'll talk about it next on the Evans Motors post-game show. Evans Motors helping get people on the road since 1935. Stop by the lot just south of Pittsburgh. See Nate or Eddie for a test drive and let them find the vehicle that is right for you. Check out their online showroom at evansmotors.net. Lady Trojans fall 56-25. We'll talk about it next on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials
Double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kennar Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome out to the Evans Motors post-game show. BJ Harris along with Josh Lettner here. It's Girard Trojans. Lady Trojans just fell 56-25 to a really tenacious Pittsburg High team that just kept on coming at them. Spread the ball around a little bit and were able to cause a ton of turnovers in the first half. Lady Trojans dug themselves into a 33-8 halftime deficit, just never could recover in the second half. Let's take a look at your final stats brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living, allowing seniors to remain in an active and enjoy their daily lives in a worry-free, stress-free environment. Stop by and see Kathy and Girard to learn more about what Westridge Assisted Living has to offer your loved ones. For the Lady Trojans, just one girl in double figures. That's Sydney Crane. She had 12, 8 of those in the second half. Only one field goal from Sid in the first half. And they did a concerted effort trying to stop her, but she was able to still to get going a little bit at times in the second half. Other than that, 6 points from Jada Valley, and then 2 points apiece from Drake Worrell, J.C. Murphy, and Brittany Bailey for the Lady Trojans, who had 25. For the Purple Dragons, they were led tonight by their freshman, Madden Petty, and she had 20 points for them. Only other girl in double figures was Caitlin Kidd with 10. And then 8 points from Caden Matlock, 6 points from Sophia Pinamani, 4 points from Abby Casper, and 4 points from Cassidy Odell. A young Pittsburg High team, too. That's maybe the scariest part of this thing is their best scorers were the youngsters, freshmen, sophomores on the floor. So they'll be good for probably a few more years. We'll wait maybe a little bit longer to see if Coach Herlocker makes his way out here. Do have the boys game coming up in just a little bit. We'll step away, take a quick break. We'll come back, talk about our player of the game, and talk about with Coach Herlocker next here on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back out here to Pittsburg High School. Wrapping up the front side of our high school basketball doubleheader night. The Girard Lady Trojans fall here tonight. Final score to Pittsburg, 56-25. Coach, no doubt, trying to figure out what happened there and trying to talk to his girls. He's going to kind of meander his way over here, and we'll give him plenty of time to talk to them and try to, again, we talked about this, Josh, briefly about not letting this thing parlay itself into the next game and the next game and the next game, and we'll see how the Lady Trojans can avoid that.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of games, but, you know, the tournament week next week, you get a different set of opponents, a chance to hit the reset button and Here's Coach, so I'm going to shut up now.
Lady Trojans, again, just struggling tonight. And get the boys' game coming up in just a little bit. The boys are out on the floor right now. We'll hear from Coach Westcott coming up in just a little bit here on the pregame shows. We close out, though, here at the Evans Motors postgame show. Talk to the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. And, Coach, if you coach long enough, you're going to find yourselves into a ball game like that. Things just didn't start out well and never did really recover. How do you approach things from your girls there at halftime after the way the first half went, and how do you recoup in the second half just to try to keep things moving in a somewhat positive direction?
You know, I felt like we came out completely unfocused, and I felt like, you know, going into the game, we talked about they're going to bring a tremendous amount of pressure. They're going to come after you, and you've got to match that intensity and come right back. And we just didn't answer the bell. You know, I think in that second half we went down, talked about, you know, one possession at a time, and to, just all the, it's somewhat cliche, but, you know, quit looking at the scoreboard and just play basketball. Don't quit worrying about the last play and just play basketball. And I feel like in the second half, in spurts, we did that. There were spurts where we did not. And, you know, that's one of those ones, you know, there's a lot to learn from that. But then, you know, at some point we probably got to just chalk it up to everything we have going on. We got flu everywhere. Right. We got injuries. You know, we were all in tears yesterday with poor Kaylin. Yep. She's one of those battlers. She's one of those people that when the chips are down, you know, she doubles down and is you know, getting after people and saying, let's go, guys. And so we got to have people that step up. And when times are down, you know, lift everybody up. You know, from the sidelines, as coaches, we can do so much, but it really has to come from the girls at some point.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about this on the air. The real challenge now is going to be a challenge for you as a coach is how do you stop it tonight and then go to the next week and have it a fresh slate, and that's going to make sure this thing doesn't spin into game, next game, next game.
Yeah, well, that's a good question, and you know, we don't have a lot of time to ponder it. Right. We got to come back. You know, we'll have a shoot around Sunday because we have a Monday game, and it's one of those deals where, you know, it's not a great scenario to be in, to be honest with you, and we're going to find a lot about who we are, and you know, at the end of the day, you know, the game of basketball is about becoming better people. Yeah. And we have challenges before us. We didn't respond very well to the challenges tonight. We're going to be able to come out Monday and see how we respond to that challenge, and hopefully grow as a team.
All right, well said. Appreciate your time as always, Coach. Better luck next week when we head to Wilson County.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Evans Motors postgame show. That's going to do it for the postgame show. It's time to kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, as we will hear from the head coach of the Girard Trojan men, Rod Westcott, coming up in just a little bit. And we'll kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Make sure you stop by and see our friends at Community National Bank and Trust to get a Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at buybankcnb.com. And, of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org. We'll hear from the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, next on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crocan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburg.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris with you as we settle in for the backside of a high school basketball doubleheader tonight as the Girard Trojans take on the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. His interviews, as always, brought to you by Brumback Service Center. And, Coach, dandy on Tuesday with a victory over the Parsons Vikings in overtime. As you kind of went back and reviewed that game, what was the difference? What allowed you guys to get that win in a close one?
Well, I thought our kids really fought hard. That was probably the biggest thing that stood out. We just kept fighting hard. Even when things weren't going well, we stayed with it, and kids persevered there in the end. Probably the key for the game is we out-rebounded them. We really did a nice job on the glass. Evan Forkey had another big game on the glass, along with Caleb Muya, and Brett Ferguson did a good job in there for us as well. And then Carter came in late and got some spot minutes, but was really big in the overtime. So kids did a nice job there. And then, of course, Ethan Goff, he really stepped up and had a nice game for us offensively and was able to knock some big shots down early to get us out to a nice little lead, and then was able to get to the rim late. And we were pretty good from the free throw line the other night, too. So did a lot of good things, still some things that we've got to work some kinks out on to get to where we need to be. And, hopefully we iron some of those out here the last couple of days.
Yeah, you talked about Ethan a little bit, and he's a guy who's had some double-digit ball games for you. And sometimes going into a game, a defense is going to want to certainly take a lot of focus on Caleb. Evan's been good, and as your point guard, they're going to focus on him. And Ethan has the ability and also has the role on your team to be that X factor. How important is his play, and what's the expectations out of him?
Yeah, if he's hitting, that just gives us another dimension to our offense and something else teams have to worry about, and opens it up for everybody else too. When we can get some one or two, or you'd like to have five going, on a given night, but that's not always going to happen. But he's one of those guys that can step up and really spread the defense, and it opens it up for everybody else. So that's always good to see, and hopefully we can keep that going.
That was your first game back after the long holiday break. Obviously, not ideal to play your first game like that, but how did it benefit you to have such a close game and to persevere and get the win right out of break?
Yeah, I just think it shows a lot of heart from our kids. Our kids just kept fighting, and we're starting to understand situations better. And we took some bad shots the other night. Most high school kids do, but I think we're learning from it, and hopefully we'll continue to get better, and hopefully here in a couple months we're playing our best basketball. But that's always the goal. But right now we just got to look at the next game and try to prepare for that and continue to get better, because that next game is always your biggest one.
Yeah, here in a couple minutes, you probably ought to be playing some pretty good basketball, because you've got a Pittsburgh Purple Dragon team that's pretty darn good, one of the better teams in southeast Kansas, a team that should have a real good chance of winning the SEK. What do you know of them? What do you expect out of tonight's ball game?
We've got to see them several times. For the most part, they've got the same team back they had last year. I think they're missing the Harris kid. He started last year at the point guard for them, but they have not missed a stride. And, those kids that played last year were pretty good, but they've gotten bigger and stronger and faster, so they're even better this year. Like you said, very talented team. It probably all starts with the English kid inside. They got him listed at 6'6", and he's very good around the basket, but he's opened his game up a little bit, and he can step outside and knock down some jumpers too. So he's a mismatch for us. The Curtis kid, again, inside is very good. And I can go on and on. I can talk about each individual, but they've just got so many weapons. It's going to be tough to take everything away from them, so we're going to try to focus on one or two things and try to play our ball game and, see where we come out.
We both have a little issue here. Your wife teaches in that school district. Your daughter goes to that school. I'm a board member for that Pittsburg school district. We got some controversy maybe a little bit here between but I think we're both probably rooting for the Trojans tonight.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, my daughter, she usually wishes me good luck, in the mornings, and I do her as well. That didn't go so well this morning. We didn't wish each other good luck, We both want each other to play well, but yeah, it's a little different situation, but we've handled it, and the kids will all know each other pretty well. That's the thing anymore. All kids know each other. Used to have the big rivalries because the only time those kids would see each other is when we went and played ball. And now with the social media and things, all of our kids know each other, and so there's not a whole lot of the rivalries, I guess, aren't quite what they used to be, but it'll be pretty intense, and I know that Coach Ross will have his kids ready to play, and I think ours will be ready to go as well.
Sometimes those rivalries can be even more jazzed up because you are so close. Never was there a tougher ball game than when you're playing your cousins or playing your brother or something like that. So it should be a lot of fun, Coach. We appreciate your time as always, and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks, BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Community National Bank & Trust pregame show. His interview is brought to you by Brumback Service Center, and the Trojans will get ready to take on the Purple Dragons next on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student-athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here, Pittsburg High School, getting ready for this boys game. The backside of our high school basketball doubleheader. Girard Trojans getting ready to take on the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. Lady Trojans fell earlier tonight, 56-25. Time for the Trojan men to try to redeem the Girard squad tonight as they take on Pittsburgh. Time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique. Shabby chic new boutique on the south side of the square next to Sheer Expressions. Be sure to go by and see them with all their new arrivals at facebook.com/Pearls and Curls KS. It's facebook.com/Pearls and Curls KS. First up for the Purple Dragons to be number 2, Chase Curtis, 6'6" senior. Number 23, Drew Rolls, a 6'1" senior. Number 24, Gavin Elkamil, a 6'4" sophomore. Number 32, Marky English, 6'6" senior. And number 35, Jarek Butcher, a 6-foot junior. Head coach is Kylie Rolls. For the Trojan men, it'll be number 4, Ryder Worrell, 6-foot sophomore, averaging 5.2 points per ball game. Number 5, Ethan Goff, a 6-foot senior, averaging 13.3 points per ball game, second leading scorer for the Trojans. Number 10, Caleb Muya, 6'3" junior, averages nearly 25 points per contest. As he goes is the way the Trojans go. Number 34, Brett Ferguson, 6'3" senior, averaging 2 points a game. And number 50, Evan Troike, 5'10" sophomore, or junior rather, averages 8.3 leading rebounder for the Trojans as well. As the Trojan men get ready to take them on. Keys to the game brought to you by Fort Scott Community College. With 40 fields of study, there's something for everyone at Fort Scott Community College. Students can take general education courses or complete an associate's degree or certificate. Visit fortscott.edu or call 620-223-2700 for more information. Josh, your keys to the game.
Well, first for the Girard Trojans, just kind of pick up where you left off. They took care of the ball, hit free throws, ran their offense crisply in that overtime period against Parsons. It's got to be a big emotional lift to come out of there with the win. They just going to keep that rolling here tonight. And, if things don't go well early, don't lose your head.
Opening tip-off brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics. Pick up great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying or sign somebody up for classes, maybe even classes. Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. Going to be one at center court. Marky English against Caleb Muya at center court. Marky, a 6'6" senior. Off to the right corner for Rolf. So quickly go down inside for English, and pressure coming from Caleb Muya. Good defense there by them. Boy, a lot of contact. Up in front court, Ferguson. Brett catching, up and around, blocked from behind. Caleb will get it. He'll elevate off the glass, no good. Rebound, Caleb again, and he can't get it to go. And here come the Purple Dragons. Oh boy. Off right side for Rolls. He can shoot the lights out. English, they're going to sink off him a little bit, make him shoot those long shots. He can do it. Here's Elkamil over to Butcher. Pound for pound, the biggest point guard in SEK League, no doubt about it. Back outside, Marky English. He'll fire the three up and in.
Yeah, it's tough to guard a big man who can shoot the three.
3-0 for Pittsburgh. Troike will move it around through Worrell over to the left side for Muya. Caleb will try to penetrate, kick outside. Ryder, three on the way, no good. Troike, good position down inside. He's got his work cut out for him. Give it up about 3 or 4 inches probably. Maybe more than that, maybe 5 inches to Chase Curtis down inside. Rolfs on the right side. Elkamil now just catching left of the circle. He'll bring it back around top of the key. Push off left side for Butcher. Down inside, Marky English. They post up on Ferguson, up off the glass with the right hand, good.
Oof.
And he's got his work cut out for him as well. English has 5. There's a good matchup from a speed standpoint for the Trojans. Worrell against Butcher. This is a fun one here between Muya and Gavin Elkamil, two best sophomores, I would say, in Southeast Kansas, if not the state of Kansas, facing up against one another. If you want to watch nothing else, watch 24 and 10 battle it out tonight. Muya, they'll tip in. Good fight there for Troike. Trying to go up, blocked from behind by English, and tracked back down by Ferguson. Just the length of Pittsburgh right now is giving the Trojans problems. Here's Caleb. He'll look to penetrate. Back outside for Ryder. He'll pull the trigger. A three, no good. Caleb gets another rebound. Boy, he's dominating the boards right now. Up and around with the left hand. Good. Caleb stops this 5-0 run. 5-2, 5:30 to play in the first quarter. Rolfs. English driving on Ferguson. Crossing over. Scoop with the right hand on the left side. Holy mackerel. He's got 7. Off the right side for Muya. Here's Goff to the corner for Troike. High post for Ferguson. He'll put it on the deck, trying to drive on English. Kick back outside for Whirl. Goff controlling. Nowhere to go with it. Over to Muya. Caleb will work against Elkamil. Trying to back aim on. He'll try to high off the glass and good. Caleb Muya. 7-4 now your score. Butcher controlling on the left side. Elkamil will control out around high, and he'll call over Butcher to take over the offense. I said Butcher is pound for pound. He is a very athletic dude to be carrying the weight he does. And he plays linebacker for him on the football team and can be physical. Out there on the point, Rolfs wide open. 3 good. I mean, he is coach's kid, and he knows how to shoot the basketball as well. Drew Rolfs knocks down the second triple of the ball game for Pittsburgh. 10-4, 6-point lead, the largest. Troike, Whirl, off the Goff. He'll set his feet, fire 3. He'll answer right back. Ethan Goff knocks it down. 10-7. Midway through a quickly moving first quarter. They collapse down on English. Kick back outside. Rolfs go right back to English. 5-on-1, and he'll go ahead and scoop it up. He'll get fouled on the floor. No, they're going to say shooting foul.
That shot started somewhere down around the floor.
Yeah. Troike gets called for the foul, his first, team foul number 1 as well. First foul of the ball game on either team, and English will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one's up and good. Well, he's already got 8 points here in this ball game. Carter coming into the ball game for the Trojans. Doherty, they're going to need him. He's battling an ankle injury. He'll replace Brett Ferguson. It would be ideal to have both him and Brett on the floor at the same time, just from a size standpoint, as English missed the second one. Try to break this pressure, but put on Troike off to Whirl. Ryder's missed a couple of threes already. Got to make sure he keeps his confidence up. Caleb Muya, he'll go baseline. They're going to collapse on him. He got 3 guys. He can attract a crowd defensively. Goff with it on the left side. Here's Troike for the Trojans. Who else is going to step up? A raucous Pittsburgh Purple Dragon crowd. Trojans are behind us. They're equally vocal. Here's Caleb working against Elkamil. This is fun. And there's a jump. Got to make good passes. Here's Butcher. He'll scoop it with the right hand up and good. It's going to be hard enough that you can't have bad possessions like that and leave them up. They're Troike, though, flying down the floor. Evan Troike with the right hand, good. 13-9, 2:41. Here's a 3 by Rolfs, no good. Rebound, Muya. He gets to the ball in a hurry. He'll cross over. He'll slash. Now dump off Whirl on the baseline. Back outside for Goff. Here's Troike on the left wing. High post for Carter. They'll move through him. Now Troike will reset for Ryder Whirl. Again, this is a matchup from a speed standpoint. If Whirl can get isolated on Butcher, I think he could get the step across on him. But you're going to have to do it quickly. Here's Elkamil. They've switched on him. There's a good matchup down low between Muya and Rolfs. Now they've switched back here on the right side. Here Goff. He goes baseline. He'll go up, and he's blocked, and then he gets it back and puts it up. Tenacious effort there by Ethan Goff to keep with it after getting it blocked into his face. 13-11. Trojans trying to keep pace. Here's Curtis. He'll go into the paint with the right hand. Good. His first take is good. Makes it 15-11. 1:38 to play. Again, Pittsburgh putting a little zone pressure on. Trojans will break that. Here's Muya. He'll drive through, elevate off the glass, and good. 15-13. Roll, step up inside English, front and back on him. Back outside they'll go. They get the isolation. Trying to scoop it under. Good possession. Ooh. What's Carter got to do?
I don't know.
He went up strong, went up big, and straight up and down, and he just got called for a foul. Tough break for Carter Doherty. It's going to send English back to the free throw line to shoot two. He was 1 of 2 so far here in this ball game, and he misses the first one off the front iron. Minute 18 to play in this rapidly moving first quarter. 15-13 your score. Curtis will come out. Butcher will come out. Trent Austin comes to the ball game for Pittsburgh. Also coming into the game is Javon Grant. And English missed the first, made the second. 16-13. They'll try to get out on Girard at half court. They'll quickly get it to the corner. Now Ferguson's caught up, and it's going to be a foul on Austin. You got to keep getting Brett and let him be aggressive like that, especially on the baseline. Austin picks up his first personal team foul. Number 1 on Pittsburgh here, the minute 6 to play first quarter. Muya inbounds underneath his own basket. He'll throw it in deep for Troike. Ferguson off to Muya. Muya driving, elevating, up and under. Shot no good, but he is fouled. And they're just going to continue to ask Caleb to go to the rim.
Good things happen when he does.
Foul's called on English, his first. Team foul number.
Pittsburgh's got a lot of height and a lot of length, and Muya's really the only player the Trojans have that can get up above that, elevate above it anytime he wants.
Caleb knocks down the first one. He's got 7 for the Trojans. Chance to pull them to within 1 here. And he does. Knocks them both down. A couple of big free throws there by the junior. I said sophomores earlier. They're juniors. Him and Elkamo's a sophomore. He's got it right now on the right side. Swiftly to the corner for Grant. Back out the rolls. Push off right side for Elkamo. Working against Whirl. Ryder, good effort there. On the left side, Grant inside for English. Skip it back to the right corner for Elkamo. Sets his feet, fire three, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Muya. He is going to have well over double-digit rebounds by the time this is done. He needs a little help now. Now he'll try to get past Grant. Trojans need some help. Nah. I think that they weren't going to trap, and then all of a sudden they did trap, and somebody's stripes like, oh, supposed to count.
I should have been counting this whole time.
16-15. Trojans turnover. Haven't had too many of those so far here in this first quarter. Again, rapidly moving. 19.2 seconds to play.
No, but, as Muya's teammate, you see him being double-teamed. Somebody's open, and you got to go to the ball.
Yep, got to go help him out. Here's English catching left corner. Grant moving over to Elkamo on the right wing. He'll shoot one from way outside. No good. Rebound. Ferguson comes out of there with it for the Trojans. Here's Goff. And that's the end of the first quarter. Ooh, that was a lot of fun, Josh. 16-15 here after 1 quarter play. Trojans trying to match tit for tat there with the Purple Dragons. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Girard High School basketball on Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(16-15) your score. Trojans trail by 1. They've trailed by as many as 6 a couple of times in that first quarter. They were able to keep pace with a long and athletic Pittsburgh team. Trojans with opportunity to take their first lead of the ball game here on this first possession coming out of the quarter. Goff with it on the right wing. Porter Doherty trying to battle down inside. Muya on the left corner. And Trojans will reset here. No shot clock in high school basketball. Jordan, plenty of time here. Jumping the pass there, Curtis. Jumped that one intended for Muya. Knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans. Right in front of the Pittsburgh student section. 7:32 to play first half. Here's Goff on the left side for Troike. Screen comes over. Troike, no look, backside. Carter Doherty, first lead of the ball game for the Trojans. 17-16. Girard with the lead here with 7:13 to play in the first half. And Carter gets his first bucket of the ball game. Grant will hold out here high for Pittsburgh, and he'll move over right wings. Get pass for Marquis English. He'll set, fire three, no good. And rebound by the big fella down low. Trojans will push it up in front court. Here's Troike. Muya quickly to Goff. Trojans just moving that ball around. That's one way to take advantage try to find those holes in those long players down inside if you can move the ball and get good motion. Elkamil's out of the ball game, so is Rolfs. Grant and Austin in for those two guys. Jarek Butcher brings the ball up the floor. He checked in at the break as well. And he'll hand off to Grant. He'll set the offense here. He'll push over left side. Here's English to the corner for Butcher. Set, fires a set play. Shot no good. Rebound Muya. Caleb is not real heavy, but he is good at fighting for position down underneath the basket as well for the Trojans. Bounce pass, trying to go inside there. Doherty comes away with it somehow. Up off the glass and good. Carter's had a couple of balls go through the hoop, and the Trojans lead at 19-16. Their largest lead of the game now is 3. Here's English, top of the key. Over to Butcher. Dump off inside Curtis. Darn, Carter goes tall. Turnover by the Trojans. Caused by the Trojans. Here comes Troike. Up the floor. Evans trying to slice around. So into the hands of Chase Curtis. And Chase will bring it up the floor from right to left. Off to English. Over to Butcher, now Grant. Down inside, Curtis working against Doherty. Going to go right at him. And again, a good defensive effort there by Carter Doherty. Goff will go up, push it, and shot no good, but a rebound by Caleb Muya is up and good. They hit that backboard. Sometimes they'll call that dead. Caleb gets the clean up and the finish. Trojans are on a bit of a run here. Trojans get another stop and a turnover. Jump ball in favor of Pittsburgh. And Evan got popped in the mouth there. And here comes that timeout. I'll say if they got another stop, we'd see a timeout. And it is. Trojans, what a good effort by them. 5:14 to play first half. Girard leads by 5. We're back at 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Timeout taken by Pittsburgh. They'll have the basketball here with 5:14 to play in the first half. Girard's largest lead now is 5. They've trailed by as many as 6 in the early going of this one. Jump ball in favor of Pittsburgh. They'll have it. Butcher to inbound. Curtis, they run English across, and then they have Curtis coming right behind him. A good-looking play on the inbound. And
yeah, one guy plows the road.
Yep.
And it's hard not to pay all that attention to English when he's coming through.
Exactly. Troike picks up his second. This team foul number three on the Trojans. Curtis will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Curtis, Shrine Bowl selection, by the way. He'll play quarterback for the East squad. Congratulations to that young man. Missed the second free throw, though. Oh, pick up a dribble there at half court. Trojans got to get it
across the timeline there.
Got to be careful not to get trapped in that corner. Goffin needs some help. He'll throw it outside for Whirl. And Coach Westcott wants a timeout. That possession was not going as planned for the Trojans, so they'll keep it right here. Again, we mentioned Lady Trojans fell earlier tonight. Kind of a lopsided affair, one that kind of got out of their hands early on, 56-25. They'll try to bounce back next week as we head to the Fredonia for the Wilson County Classic. That game is hosted each year, alternating between Fredonia and Neodesha. And this year it's going to be at Fredonia. We'll be at Fredonia High School for the first day on Monday. The boys play at 5, girls play following. Approximately 6:45 for that start game. And so we'll have all those for you from the Wilson County Classic. Obviously, if you can't make the trip, we encourage you to do so. But if you can't, we'd be a good option for you to watch those games from Fredonia.
It would be the best option for you.
Only real option.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
21-17, 4:53 to play in this first half. We jest, of course. It's honest. It's an honest jest.
It is from the heart.
A black heart. Out around midcourt here. Trojans shocking the Purple Dragons right now here in this one. Up by 5 on a bit of a run. Goff with it on the right side. He'll go baseline. Kick outside Whirl, not clean. Troike plenty of time. Set fire 3, good! Evan Troike knocks down a triple. It's a rare take from him, but he was so open he had to. And Trojans up by 8. Largest lead of the ball game by either team.
Yeah, he's just obligated when you're that open.
This is now a 12-0 run by the Trojans. 11-0 run by the Trojans. And another stop. It's 17, I guess. So not quite 12. Up off the glass. That one rolls in. Evan Troike, another good bucket by him. Evan has 7, and the Trojans now lead 26-17. Baseline, Elkamil, up and under. Good defense by Brett Ferguson. The Trojans have just done it on the defensive end of the floor. Here's Muya up and under, blocked from behind. And now Butcher going to push the issue for Pittsburgh. Off right side for Rolls. Up off inside English. Got to get him going if you're Pittsburgh. And he won't get that one to fall, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. I was keeping a run there, and somewhere I missed a 1. Oh, that was English's 1.
Yeah.
Yep, that was English's 1. That's all they have here in this second quarter. The 1 by Marky English.
Looking to double it.
And they do. Or the 1 by Chase Curtis. And he knocks down the free throw. Makes them both. Still no field goal, though, here in the second quarter for the Purple Dragons. 26-19. Foul away from the ball. Something came out on the floor.
A spill, I believe. You got some youngsters over there horsing around. They may have spilled something on the floor.
Okay, so a timeout on the floor. 3:04 to play in this ball game. They try to work things out, and Coach Westcott trying to just kind of keep this thing going. It was interesting as this game kind of started. Trojans fell behind 5-0. They fell behind 10-4 at one point, and you weren't sure, Josh, how this was going to go because Pittsburgh's just so much longer. They can get up around the rim, and you mentioned it, Muya, but the guys just kept plugging away, and they believe. And we talked about the fact that Pittsburgh lost to Parsons. Girard beat Parsons. Maybe there's something that tells them, hey, we got this. We can play with this team.
Well, and, Muya is the only guy who has the physical tools to just jump right over the defense of Pittsburgh, but that doesn't mean that his teammates aren't savvy and good basketball players, and they're showing that tonight.
Yeah, fundamentally, they were able to move the ball around and get good looks, and that's why, you leave a guy like Evan Troike wide open for a three-point bucket. Here's Worrell on the left wing. Over to Troike. He's matched up against Elkamil. Banging on him. They're going to call that foul on Elkamil. Riding Troike across the lane.
And just like Pittsburgh High's girls did to the Girard girls, you guys got to keep going at the bucket at reckless abandon. You're going to draw those fouls.
We got to inbound. He'll get it to Worrell on the left corner. And again, Ryder's got that, I think, that step. If he just discovers it, he can step across on Butcher and go to the rim. Here's Troike. He will step across on Rolls. Kick back outside. Worrell wide open. Three on the way. Good. Ryder Worrell knocks down his first field goal of the ball game. Trojans ahead a couple of those, and it's a 10-point game. 29-19. Largest lead of the ball game for either team is 10. Up off onside English. Help comes. Recover on Rolls. Back outside Elkamil. He'll pull the trigger on a three. Try to answer. He does.
The Purple Dragons needed that one.
29-22. 2:15 to play first half. Ferguson swiftly to the corner for Worrell. Ryder needed to make that three, too. He get his confidence going. He's a kid that can get hot. We'll try to shake and bake. Ooh, they wanted Ferguson, had him briefly going backside. They doubled up on Troike way outside. And they will. They'll get in your shorts as well. There it is. Worrell in the corner. Pass down inside. Ferguson stepping across, shot no good. Knocked around, and coming out of there is Elkamil, and here they come. Elkamil in transition, working on Worrell, up off the glass and good. Boy, what a quick step there by Gavin Elkamil. Good night, 29-24. A little bit of a run here by Pittsburgh to close out this first half. Under 90 seconds to play. Girard needs to end it strong. Yep, good passes. Muya crossing over. Caleb, scoop up and good. With a player in his face. Caleb has 12 and the Trojans lead 31-24. 1:08 to play. Here's a three by Elkamil, no good. Muya goes up and gets it. Trojans have numbers as well. 3-on-1. Caleb, bounce pass, Worrell, shot, 10-footer, good! What good, unselfish play there by the Trojans. And they got a good shot and go get the better shot. Elkamil on the right side, crossing over on Troike, and they're going to call Evan for his third foul.
That's a bad one to get for Troike. Just a little touch foul on the outside.
He's going to come out of the game, too.
Hand checking a little bit. Yeah, Coach Westcott probably kicking himself for not taking him out about 30 seconds ago.
Yep. Carter will check in. He'll go strong, but Chase Curtis right at him. Carter had a couple of big minutes early, but just him on that ankle, not going to be able to give you a ton of minutes, but he made the most of them earlier in this ball game. 30 seconds to play. Muya working against Curtis. There's fun matchups all around. Here's Caleb. They double him on the corner. And a foul going to be called against Chase Curtis. Right in front of Coach Wolf, right in front of us. His first team foul number 4 on Pittsburgh. 19.5 to play in the first half. Girard Should Make halftime show coming your way next. This will be a fun one to recap. Your halftime stats and more. 15 seconds. Worrell is trying to figure out a way to get it into the hands of Muya. Josh implores him to dribble. Make the sophomore take the shot. Oh, Carter was open down low. There he was again. They try to get it to him. Here's Worrell. He'll shoot one up. Corner almost with the putback, and it's no good. Carter kicking himself. That worked out pretty well. It was accidental, but it worked out. Just couldn't quite get it to go down the hole, but the Trojans have the lead here. 33-26 at halftime. That was fun. That flew by as well. Here's hoping the second half does the same, but we'll talk more about it here on the halftime show. Girard Should Make halftime show, bringing you community banking at its best. Girard National Bank is committed to providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to Girard National Bank. 33-26. Your halftime score, the Trojans lead it here over the Purple Dragons. We'll talk about it next on the Girard National Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Purple Dragon Dance Team entertaining us here at halftime of this boys game. It was an entertaining halftime, or first half for sure. Girard Trojans and the Purple Dragons locked up in a pretty good one. We needed one after the first game of the day. Take a look at your eye on the game, brought to you by Kenora Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Kenora Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours. Got locations at both Pittsburg and Girard. Kenora Eye Care is the clear choice. Kenora Eye Care, 620-235-1737. Well, this game started out, Pittsburg High started out on a 5-0 run. Trojans were able to get on the board. And Pittsburgh, though, stretched their lead out to 6 twice. They led 10-4 and they led 13-7. But the Trojans clawed their way back. They closed out the first quarter on an 8-3 run to pull to within one, 16-15. And I think that was enough for the Trojans to believe they could do it at that point. 16-15 they led it, or they trailed by one to Girard. Girard got their very first lead on the first score of the second quarter, 17-16. They have not relinquished that lead. In fact, they grew. Pittsburgh called a timeout when the Trojans got it to 4. And then Pittsburgh led by as many as 10, 29-19 at one point. Pittsburgh did come back, though, with a couple of good buckets. At one point, I think it was like the 3:15 mark of the first half before Pittsburgh scored of the second quarter, before Pittsburgh scored a field goal. But they were able to score a couple late and pulled it closer. But right now, the Trojans do have this 7-point lead, 33-26, here at the halftime break. That's your Kenora Eye Care eye on the game. Let's take a look at your halftime stats as well. Halftime stats, as always, brought to you by Exchange State Bank. One of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing quality customer service, online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just dealing with bank employees, you're banking with friends. Learn more at esbks.com. For the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons, it's 11 points for Marky English. He's the only Purple Dragon in double figures. Chase Curtis with 5, Gavin Elkamil with 5, 3 from Drew Wolfs on a 3-point shot, and 2 from Jarek Butcher. Those are the starters, and they've all got the points, and nobody else off the bench has any points for the Trojans. Right now, Caleb Mulia, he leads all scorers with 12 points. 7 points from Evan Troike, including a rare 3. 5 points from Ryder Worrell, 5 from Ethan Goff, and 4 for Carter Doherty. So both starting lineups have dominated. The difference is Carter with those 4 bench points for Pittsburgh High. And so right now at halftime, the Trojans have this lead, 33-26. A fun first half, Josh, and the Trojans, boy, did they respond.
Yeah, and you knew it was going to be they were going to be challenged right off the start. Pittsburg High did that. They jumped out to that early lead. They showed that English is a talented post player, that he can shoot the ball from outside. And it looked like, oh man, Trojans are going to have the work cut out for them, but they really did respond, and really the same way that they've responded all year against every opponent they've had. So Pittsburg High, despite the pressure they put on, did not take Girard out of their game. Trojans responded back, and it's a mature team. It's a group of kids who have played together for years, and that shows the way they handled the pressure here tonight. And they're going to have to keep it up in the second half because Pittsburgh's just going to keep throwing bodies at them and keep trying to push the pace here in the second half as they try and get back into this one.
Yeah, don't get caught patting yourself on the back here at halftime because you've got the lead 33-26. Keep on chopping wood, as they say, coming into this second half. We're going to step away, take a quick break. We'll come back, get you ready for that second half action. Trojans lead it right now, 33-26. You're watching Girard High School basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here to Pittsburg High School, the Girard Trojans right now leading the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons by the score of 33-26 as Trojans need to keep it going here in this second half. Again, we're back in action coming up early on Monday.
Whew.
Back after it. Enjoy your weekend, bud. Enjoy it.
Well, yeah.
And
it's supposed to be a 3-day weekend. What happened?
Well,
basketball.
Got to bring basketball to the masses.
Basketball.
From Fredonia. And the Trojans will be in action. 5 o'clock tip for the boys game. The Trojans will be the number 3 seed. They will take on Neodesha. And if they win that ball game, they will play either Caney or Douglas. Caney, the number 2 seed. Yates Center is the number 1 seed in that tournament. Yates Center, Fredonia, Cherryville, Bluestem, Caney, Douglas, and Girard Neodesha on the boys' side. On the girls' side, the Lady Trojans are the number 2 seed. That was based on their performance after Tuesday. The brackets came out on Wednesday. And so with at that point, I guess a 4-2 record, they were the number 2 seed. Again, the number 1 seed is Yates Center. On the girls' side, they'll play Wichita North. Yates Center and Wichita North. Wichita North is going to be one of the bigger schools in the state of Kansas. Yates Center is not.
It's not, yeah.
But Wichita North doesn't have a win either. Caney Valley and Cherryville will be the other one. Those will be taking place on Monday as well, earlier in the day. And then Girard taking on Fredonia on the girls' side, and then Leon Bluestem against Neodesha on the girls' side. And again, 5 o'clock tip-off. Boys first, girls second.
Now, one thing to keep an eye on here in the second half is Evan Troike with those 3 fouls.
Yep.
See if he can keep himself out of foul trouble, because really he's one of the things that makes it go for the Trojans.
Trojans will have the basketball as they start here. Girard, at one point, I think, had about a 8-0 run. They climbed in, had their lead, and right now they have a lead. And Ethan Goff has yet to get going. Nice pass. That's what we'll call that. Shot blocked, though, by the Dragons. And here comes Jarek Butcher in transition. He'll kick out wide open. Rolf's wide open. Good. And you can't leave him open. He is a really good shooter, especially if you leave him open like that. 33-29.
Trojans just a little confused coming back in transition that time. Not everybody got their assignment.
Here's Muya on the left side. Pittsburgh did, I think, better against Muya in the second quarter. That time, though, he doesn't get it. Still skying up and missed a couple of opportunities there from the rim. And here comes Pittsburgh back left to right. Butcher, entry down inside to English. He's triple teamed, stripped. Markey, 6'6". Don't take that ball down around your hips, because all of a sudden you become the same height as Evan Troike. Skip pass left side for Whirl. Ryder will step to the left side. He'll pull back outside. Not as a favorable matchup, but a good pass. Troike elevating into the paint. Good. Evans having himself a pretty good ball game. He's got 9. 35-29. Up to a 6-point lead. On the right corner for Rolfs. Guarded by Troike. Up inside. Troike will have to hustle back out to Rolfs. Can't get it to go. Curtis crashes the board. Knocks it out of bounds. They're putting Troike on Rolfs because they allow him to sag off a little bit, but Evans fast enough to be able to get back and get a hand in Drew Rolfs' face and keep him from getting clean shots, because if he does, again, it goes through the hole. Here's Whirl on the right side. Ryder. Skip pass, long one. Troike off and he stepped out of bounds. Coach Westcott was right on top of it. He looks at the official and says, no. Negatory, Rando. That's how I would interpret that look that he gave him. But another turnover by the Trojans. Not near as a crisp start to this second half as they did there in that second quarter.
Well, they want to leave some room for improvement.
That's right. Butcher. He'll get it back. Jarrett, 3 on the way. Missed it badly. Rebound, Muya. And here comes Caleb in transition. He'll fly up the floor. Crossing over into the paint. Spinning. 1 on 4. Ball goes down. Couldn't get it to go through. Here's English.
Man.
He'll go in transition. Got to pick him up out high. Try to stop that momentum. Elkamil, he'll elevate baseline. No good. Trojans get another rebound. Troike up in front. Here's Goff. He'll elevate. Wrap around. Shot no good. Following is Ferguson. He'll put it back up. His shot's no good.
Missed layups. Trojans missed like 8 layups so far.
They've all been contended, but you got to get a few to go through the hole. Back outside Butcher. Quickly to Rolfs. Here's Curtis. He'll go down into English, working against Ferguson. Shot up good, and the foul. Finally.
Ferguson's got to do more with his feet and less with his arms.
You also got to keep him from getting that close to the rim. Got to push on him a little bit. Keep him off the block, because if he gets that close, that's what will happen. And here's what they're going to do right here is they'll bring Carter into the ball game. I mentioned this earlier in the ball game. You'd like to have both Ferguson and Doherty on the floor at the same time if you can, just to have some of that size down inside the paint. English knocks down the and one. Pulls this back to a 3-point ball game, 35-32.
Yeah, this happened last night or Tuesday night against Parsons as well. Trojans had a comfortable lead, but just let Parsons crawl their way back into the game, and it turned into a dogfight in the fourth quarter.
I'm not sure what a comfortable lead would be here tonight.
No.
It would have to be about 20 points with about 2 minutes to go in the game. There's a foul on the rebound. Troike again crashing the boards. That time he gets contact as he gets the rebound in one motion to put it back up. Foul's going to be called on English. That's his second. And if you're Coach Westcott, you're going to recognize English picked up his second foul and tell the guys go at him.
Right into his chest every time.
Evan left the first one short. Got to continue to watch Troike. He may be in that position to attack. You don't want to make him pick up his 4th foul on a charge. And Evan left the first one short, almost left the second one short. He's in double figures with 10. 36-32. Elkamil, guarded by Worrell. High post for Curtis. Back outside Rolfs. Everybody gets up. Every time he catches the ball, they get up because they're that confident it's going to go in. And I would say he has shot 4. He's made 3. 36-35, back to a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, he deserves a shadow. If he doesn't hit those 2 threes, a very different ball game here in this quarter.
Troike on the left corner. Crowd back into it here inside the gym in Pittsburg. Doherty way outside. Carter to Ferguson. Trojans don't need to get caught up in the hustle from the officials. Ferguson's about to get called a 5 count, and Coach Westcott recognizes it, calls a timeout. 36-35, a 1-point game, 4:02 to play in this ball game. Or excuse me, in this third quarter, rather. We'll keep it right here. And it's a difference. You know, you called the game the other night against Parsons, and you're at home at Theodore Taylor Gymnasium in a close one. It's different when you're on the road.
Yeah, it didn't feel much like home. Parsons brought a big crowd to the game, and there must have been something else going on in town that night. There weren't a lot of Girard fans out at Ted R. Taylor, so almost a road game for the Trojans at home, but this is definitely a raucous atmosphere here. Haven't encountered anything like this since we were sitting next to the pep band in Iola.
The pep band was not my concern in Iola. It was some very
it was the dad of the year, the uncle of the year, whoever
in front of me. But, that was my concern. Trojans going to get the basketball, have the basketball here coming out of the timeout. Coach went to work, trying to work through this pressure that the Purple Dragons. Pittsburgh's changed some things up here in the second half defensively. As far as their man-to-man, they get it down inside for Kamuya, battling against Curtis. That's what they've done is they put Curtis on Caleb down inside in transition. Rolfs, he's got to try to track it down. He can. Here's Elkamil, 3, good. And Pittsburgh's back in front. 36-38, Pittsburgh gets their lead. Girard's got to find an answer here for the momentum that has switched inside the gym. 3:25 to play in the third quarter. And a foul going to be called on Drew Rolfs. His first. Team foul number 2 on the Purple Dragons. 3:23 to play in this third quarter. Chase Curtis jumps a pass. He'll take it on Muya. Back they go. And finally can't get it to go. Trojans get the stop. He had an opportunity. The Trojans are able to get the stop up in front for Ferguson. And
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a poor call.
That's a real bad call.
That's a poor call.
He's got to actually take steps in order to travel. Just because you didn't expect him to stop and he stops does not make it a travel.
Well, tough break against the Trojans. Now to go back to Pittsburgh here with all the momentum. 3:06 to play in this third quarter. Trojan student section behind us getting fired up. Trying to implore their guys to get a defensive stop yet again. We'll switch the Trojans into his own here. Elkamil off the Butcher, and he walked with it.
There's a makeup call, I think.
It's karma. It's good living.
That play's got more makeup than Tammy Faye Baker.
There's a reference for all the kids
yeah,
watching.
That's right. All you youngsters out there, you'll get that.
Off the left side for Troike, inside for Ferguson. That's a good matchup for the Trojans. I like Brett against Butcher. Muya, they get the switch. He'll elevate in the paint. Good. That's Caleb's first bucket of the second half. He's got 14. They needed to get him going. Tie ball game. As close as this has been, it's the first tie. 38-38. It was short-lived. He's got 9 points in the third quarter, all from behind the arc. Give him 12 for the ball game.
All from within the same 6 square feet.
Yeah, right over here in front of us. 41-38, 2:03 to play. Here's Troike. He'll drive, working against Elkamil. He'll elevate. Shot no good. Rebound Curtis. New outlet. Here they come. They want to run a little bit. Elkamil off left side. Another one from Rolfs from the other side. Changed sides. Same area within the three-point arc. Here's Elkamil. He'll pull the trigger on a three. That one's no good. Purple Dragons have either shot themselves into this game, but you can see how they can maybe shoot themselves out of it as well. They'll pull the trigger. That's not what you want to be shooting. They do get a good rebound, though, and a foul called on Brett Ferguson. Chase Curtis gets up all fired up, and Ferguson picking up.
Well, Ferguson was out here chasing a loose ball out by the top of the key. Probably be better served to stay down there under the bucket to pull down rebounds.
Off to the right side, Rolfs, another catch and fire three. He's missed a couple now. Rebound, though, gets it back. He'll put it up and in with the right hand. Turns out he can make buckets from two as well. 43-38. Trojans need a bucket here. Even though the end of the quarter is coming, I wouldn't be surprised if the Trojans have an empty frame or turn it over. Oh, Carter was open. Goff trying to dribble and make his own. He'll finally get and he'll put it up and in. Ethan went the long way to do it, but that's okay. It's still effective. 43-40. Elkamil up and under. Good. It's like somebody reminded Pittsburgh that they are pretty darn good at basketball. 45-40. Up off inside for Doherty over his back. English, it should be a foul. No. Let's see, it was 44 seconds. .1 to be exact. You can see that to your top right. Kinda. Off the right side for Worrell. Trojans need a bucket here to try to stem a little bit of this momentum that's been grabbed here. Don't need a turnover. Yeah, you got one. Doherty comes away with it. He'll lay it up on the right hand. Good. And that should be a foul. Over the top there. English might be picking up his third personal. I don't think they're going to call
No, they're not going to call anything. I don't understand how that.
Tough call against the Trojans. I mean, you come down on top of somebody. Trojans faithful are going to get fired up. Carter gets the bucket.
Are you kidding me?
Sit down. 27 seconds to play.
Are you kidding me?
42.
This guy calls a travel, but he's never seen a foul before. Jeez.
45-42, 27 seconds.
You got to be kidding me. Coach Westcott's down there like, this is called basketball, right? This is a non-contact sport, right?
If it wasn't so close, I wouldn't be surprised if he worked himself
Give me a break.
technical in there, but
give me a break.
Well, it's dangerous, too. Got guys coming down on top of one another. That's the idea, is safety. Trojans need to stop here, try to steal back some of this momentum. Over to Rolfs on the left side. 16 seconds. There's it is. Booyah for Goff. Caleb driving. Continuation. Scoop with the right hand. Good. And they're back to within one. Then they do it right away on the other end. 45-44, 5 seconds to play. Elkamil going to catch. He's just going to go. There were 5 guys on the floor, but this is a one-on-one game there at the late. It was Elkamil against Booyah, and I'd pay to watch that. 45-44. It's going to be a fun one down the stretch. They got them all fired up here inside Pittsburgh's gym. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Girard High School basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Purple Dragons outscore the Trojans 19-11 in the third quarter to grab the lead. Right now they lead by 1 as the Trojans knocked down a couple down the stretch, but it's been the three-point shooting of Pittsburgh that's allowed them to kind of stay in this ball game and actually get the lead. Drew Rolfs had 9 points from behind the arc, 3 for 3. Or 3 of them all from behind the arc, and they knocked down a 2 as well. Good quarter by Drew, and it's keeping the Purple Dragons in this one. Butcher, English, driving on Muya. Shot up, no good. Rebound, no Curtis. Butcher, 3, good. The three-point bucket can be a make-up for a lot of faults, and it has tonight for Pittsburgh. Back to a 4-point ball game. Muya, got to get him going. He walked with it. Imagine a world where you're so fast you don't know when you're taking extra steps. I've never been that fast, so I'll never know. 7:06 to play in the ball game, 48-44. Butcher off left side, El Camille. He'll drive baseline, up and under, shot no good, rebound Muya. Caleb's just going to drive. Now he stops, kick outside, Goff wide open 3. Caleb! Ethan Goff knocks down the 3. What a huge shot by Ethan, 48-47. Best game of the season so far. Curtis, Butcher, 3 off the mark. Rebound, Ferguson. Remember when I said they can shoot themselves into a game and they can shoot themselves out of a game? Outside, Goff, feed him, shot no good. And rebound by English. Butcher, off left side. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Rolfs. It's a full, we'll take it. 48-47, Trojans trail by 1, 6:16 to play in the ballgame. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Girard High School basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
This is Girard Sports Live.
.16 to play in the ball game. 48-47, as you can see to your upper right of your screen. And Girard Trojans trying to steal one here in Pittsburgh. They've worked hard for it. Pittsburgh's just knocked down some three-point buckets, and that's been the difference. Here's Curtis on the left corner. They're going to spread things out a little bit with Pittsburgh coming out of that break. They'll end it down inside for English, up off the glass and good. They want to isolate English downside in there on Ferguson. And Trojans have done a pretty good job against Markey tonight, but
Ferguson's just letting English push him off the spot.
Yeah, got to get Carter back in the ball game. Here's Caleb slicing, dicing. Ball's touched out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans. Girard has shot 4 free throws in the game.
Well, apparently when you jump up and sit on someone's shoulders, it's not a foul, so it's not really surprising they haven't shot very many free throws tonight. They should give them helmets and pads.
Here's Butcher for 3. Good.
That's a 2.
Standing on the line, 52-47. Trojans need a bucket. Got to have a bucket here at this point in this fourth quarter. Goff. Ethan's monumental effort him. Ethan's been fighting the flu all week. Hadn't really practiced. Just trying to get through it here and make some big shots. the adjustment that Pittsburgh made by putting Chase Curtis on Caleb Muya, that's Trojan basketball.
Now they're going to reverse it.
I can tell when Coach is really mad when he's trying to sneak one in. He probably agreed with that call, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he had a smile, so.
52-47. Trojans need to stop now. Can't let this dude have a wide open three. Oh, everything was in. Oh, and Chase Curtis just rips it out of the hands of Evan Troike. Off left side, here's Rolfs. He'll pull it back outside Butcher. He'll set, fire. Three, good.
Streaky shooting.
Which one's going to be hot? That's kind of what the Trojans, you can't find the guy because you never know which one's going to be hot. Right now it's Butcher. Earlier it was Rolfs. And all the while, you've got to keep all your attention down low on Marquis English and Chase Curtis. And a timeout taken by the Trojans. 4:21 to play. They need a bucket desperately. We'll see if they can get it when we come back. 55-47. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Girard High School Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new Ceric Dental System, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
To call.
4:21 to play here in the ball game. The Girard Trojans find themselves in an 8-point hole. Girard led by 7 at halftime. Got outscored 19-11 in the third quarter. Trailed by 1, 45-44 after 3. And again, just hot shooting by one player or the other. In the third quarter, it was Drew Wolves who had 11 points of his 14. And Jarek Butcher, it's him right now as he's got 8 points, and he's in double figures with 10. There's a steal. Trojans getting tired. El Camille, scoop with the right hand, good. He's got 9. 10-point lead. Here's Troike, blocked. Oh, boy. Wheels are starting to fall off a little bit for the Trojans. 10-point game, 3:51 to play. They need a run here late. They're going to have a couple of defensive stands, and I'm afraid it might have taken most of what they have. They've made a good effort to have the Purple Dragons on Caleb Muya after he seemed unstoppable at times in the first half. He's only got 4 here in the second half, and there's a shot by Rolfs, no good. Rebound by Doherty. Another one up in front. Oral, Trojans in transition, up and good. 57-49. Another thing for the Trojans is getting Caleb Moody to the free throw line by attacking, and they just haven't been able to get those foul calls into the paint. So that's limited their attempts as well. Down inside to get it, Curtis. Partially blocked by Troike, but up and good. He's got 7. Back to a 10-point game. 59-49. Troike to Whirl on the right corner. Slice it through. Oh, he had him. Got to go. Ryder missed him. Then he threw it away. And then off of him. They throw it off of Ryder Whirl and out of bounds. It'll go back to Pittsburg High with 2:47 to play. In the ball game. Butcher. Scoop it off for Rolfs. Good pull back outside. A deliberate effort here offensively now for Pittsburg. Top of the key for Rolfs.
You hear Coach Rolfs saying layups and 3 free throws. All he wants to see his team shoot from this point out. There's one, now the other.
Foul's called on Troike, his 4th. Team foul number 3 on the Trojans. And Curtis knocks it down. He's got 9. Now the largest lead of the ball game here for Pittsburgh is 12. Here's Worrell for 3, no good. Missed it. And it's just like the hose was kinked a little bit at times in this game. Girard caused a lot of that, but you can just tell it was everything they were having, just trying to maintain that at times, and now Pittsburgh knocked down those shots. If it weren't for Drew Rolfs going red hot in that third quarter, this is certainly a different ball game. They outscored him by 8 points in that third quarter, and he had 11 of their 19. Out around midcourt for English. Trojans need to stop. Coach said, get out there on them. They just can't let them hold it. Elkamil over to Rolls. Here's English. A minute 20 to play in this ball game. Elkamil, Curtis, no good. And knocked it out of bounds. Last touch by Troike. This game's been primarily played with 10 guys, 11 guys. Ethan checks out. You can just tell he is exhausted. Pittsburgh's only run 1 sub in, and Girard's pretty much only run 1 sub in. Markey gets to go. He's got 18 points quietly. That's a quiet 18 from Markey English. Chance to make it 19 here. Pretty good half-time adjustments by Pittsburgh and Coach Rolfs to make those. 64-49. This score is not going to be indicative of this game by any stretch of the imagination. It was close at times. There's Troike just trying to get maybe a little too fancy there. And English, dunk. And this place is bonkers. He's over 20 points now. Nope, 19 points. Doherty catches down low. Carter just everything he has to try to get a shot up, and that's blocked on the other end. 43.6 seconds to play. Again, it's not going to show this ball game, and Trojans are, the way they played here at times in this game was, if they can put that together, they're going to be tough to beat, and they're going to have a chance to go over to Fredonia next week and beat some teams.
Let's say if they play the teams in Fredonia with the same level of effort and tenacity they played this team here in Pittsburgh tonight, they're going to win that tournament.
Exactly.
Because they're not, I will wager to say they're not going to see a team like this in Fredonia.
We'll find out next week. 5 o'clock tip-off from Fredonia.
Maybe Yates Center will bring it. I don't know.
10, 21, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 21 points for Markey English. All those guys check out. 9 from Gavin Elkamil. Drew Rolfs. As Carter Doherty knocks down both free throws. Carter with 8 points in this ball game. 37 seconds to play. Drew Rolfs had 3 points at halftime, but he had 11 in the third quarter. Austin driving into the lane and dropping his shoulder, basically. Foul going to be called on Zane Henderson.
Yeah, Coach Westcott wants to know if he's fouled the free throw line. How's that a shot?
They call it on the floor. They make that correction. There's a 3 off the right side, chucked up no good, and hit the wire hanging above it, and that's dead ball. Pittsburgh had a little deeper bench. They're a team that could go and make some damage 5A level. I don't know if they've got enough a bench to compete at that level, but they've darn sure got 5 guys that can play. 66-51 is going to be your final score. Again, Trojans gave it all they had, but just let things kind of got off track in that third quarter and never could quite get it back on track in the fourth. Final score again, 66-51. And the Trojans knock it down. I'm going to give my hit of the game, shot of the game by Ethan Goff. That three-point bucket in the fourth quarter just kind of allowed them to have a little bit of momentum at times. So Ethan Goff going to get our hit of the game, brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If a deer ends up hitting you like he hit that shot, take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. We'll talk about this game in just a little bit. We'll recap it. We've got your final stats. Talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, as well. All that and more coming up here on the post-game show, brought to you by Evans Motors. Evans Motors have been getting people in vehicles for a long, long time.
Long time.
Since 1935. Stop by the
lot. That is a long time.
Just south of Pittsburgh. See Nate ready to test drive or let them find the vehicle that is right for you. Check them out online at evansmotors.net. We'll wrap things up here from Pittsburgh tonight on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here to Pittsburg High School, BJ Harris, Josh Lettner, as we wrap things up in our high school basketball doubleheader tonight. A rare sweep of the Trojans. I'd say in the last 8 years there haven't been very many of those. That's what's happened tonight here. Lady Trojans lost earlier tonight, 56-25. Purple Dragons take care of the Trojans on the boys' side as well, 66-51. Trojans trailed early on. They trailed by as many as 6 twice in the first quarter, but they trimmed the lead down to 1, 16-15. Got their lead, first one of the ball game, 17-16. Held that lead all the way through the third quarter of the first half, and led by 7. They led by 10 at one point in that second quarter. They led by 7, 33-26 at halftime, but just not quite the same game in the second half. Pittsburgh made some adjustments, found an answer for Caleb Muya, limited him to just 4 second-half points, and they grabbed their first lead of the ball game, their first lead of the second half, 38-36, with 3:33 to play in the third, and never relinquished that lead. It was tied one time, 38-all, but never relinquished the lead. It was a 1-point game at the end of 3, though. It didn't feel like that at the end of the third quarter because Girard gave up a 7-point lead. They were outscored 19-11, but only had a 1-point deficit at the end of 3 quarters, and to end up fall by 15. That's a big fourth quarter for Pittsburgh. In fact, I'm just trying to do some quick math here. 21. They outscored them 21-7 in the fourth quarter, and you just can't overcome that. It just they got red hot, and like I said, it felt like the hose was kinked, and then it was a fire hydrant all of a sudden in this ball game. Fire hose. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, there we go.
That's the metaphor. Metaphor?
Sure. Works.
Let's take a look at your final stats. Final stats brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living, allowing seniors to remain active and enjoy their daily lives in a worry-free, stress-free environment. Stop by and see Kathy and Girard to learn more about what Westridge Assisted Living has to offer your loved ones. For Pittsburg High, no bench points for Pittsburgh. In fact, only one guy off the bench scored tonight, and that was Carter Doherty. He had 8 points for the Trojans. None for Pittsburg High. They pretty much played with a 5-man rotation. They did very little substituting in this ball game. 14 points from Drew Rolfs, 21 points from Marky English. He leads all scorers in this ball game. 10 points from Jarek Butcher, 9 points from Gavin Elkemill, and 9 points from Chase Curtis for the Purple Dragons. For the Trojans, they had 3 guys in double figures as well. 14 points from Caleb Mouya to lead the way, and then 10 points from Ethan Goff, 10 points from Evan Troike, 8 from Doherty, and 7 from Ryder Worrell for this ball game. Those are your final stats brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living. Take a look at your player of the game brought to you by Brocob Construction. Maybe where they can specialize in new home construction. Learn more or to get a free estimate, call Matt Brocob at 620-687-2381. Player of the game. I'm going to go with Carter Doherty. I thought when he came in, he made a little bit of a difference for the Trojans inside the paint. Had a couple of big plays down inside, and just gave that presence in the paint, trying to fight back with an ankle injury that he sustained there before Christmas break as well. And as he gets healthy, I think he's going to continue to be a force down inside for the Trojans, and we'll see what kind of effort he can bring down inside for Girard.
Yeah, and the more games you get under your belt playing on an injury as somebody who's had ankle injuries hundreds of times, you get back out there and you realize, hey, I can cut on this thing, I can put weight on this thing, I can jump on this, and the confidence builds. And so over the next week, I expect to see him progress quite a bit during that tournament over in Fredonia. So I look forward to that.
Again, Lady Trojans struggled tonight as well. They were led by Sydney Crane with 12 points, only player in double figures for them as they fell 56-25. We're going to step away, take one final timeout. We'll come back and talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back out here to Pittsburg High School. BJ Harris, along with the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. His interviews always brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Been serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. And Coach, that final score, 15-point deficit, not indicative of this ball game. It was a very good game throughout most of it. Only trailed by 1 going to the fourth quarter, but eventually all the pieces Pittsburgh had just became too much.
Yeah, we knew they'd make a run. We had to survive the storm, and they got lots of good pieces. I mean, shoot, they got so many guys that can put the ball in the basket, and they're just tough. They got a great game inside, and that's where they try to go to first. And felt like we did a pretty good job of that, taking that away. But man, when they get hot from outside, they can beat about anybody. So tough game for us tonight. I was really proud of our kids. Thought kids played hard. We laid it all out there on the line tonight, and they made some plays and, got away from us there in the fourth quarter. But, we had to get out and try to man them up and, because they were just going to hold balls. So got a nice team and, wish them luck down the road.
Had to feel good about the way your guys kind of responded in that first half, especially in the first quarter where you guys fell behind a couple of times by about 7 points, but had that answer, and it seemed like some of the fundamentals, passing the ball, getting those open spots, you guys were able to do that and find some holes in their defense.
Yeah, we did. I thought the guys shared the ball well again tonight. I thought there in the third quarter we got some good looks that didn't go down for us. And, if we could have hit those and maybe knocked them down, then maybe they get a little tighter and they're not stroking those threes quite as well as what they did later on in the game there. But kids played hard. We're going to learn from this one. I told them, I said, don't be happy with competing with these guys because we need to get better from this, and hopefully we can learn some things from this and use it to get better throughout the season.
Yeah, we were talking in the postgame a little bit. If you come out with that same kind of intensity and same aggressiveness that you guys did tonight, there's no reason why you shouldn't be playing next Friday for a championship there at the Wilson County Classic if you bring that same energy.
Yeah, one at a time. One at a time, BJ.
He one at a time. He one at a time. Well, okay, let's talk about one at a time then.
I know you like the cliches, but we're going to think about this one probably tonight. I may think about this one tomorrow some more, but we'll come in and have a little walkthrough Sunday and try to get ourselves focused for Neodesha.
Yeah, Neodesha coming up at the Wilson County Classic. Talk briefly about that tournament and kind of the challenge it does, the way things set up, and then quick turnaround to Monday, and then Monday, Tuesday, and then who knows from there.
Yeah, it'll be tough. We turn around, we play well. We're going to play Monday and turn right around and play Tuesday again, and hopefully we can take care of business in those games. And then if you do, then you'll play in the championship on Friday. But if you don't, you'll end up playing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, which is really tough. But, our guys will be ready. We'll get them rested up, get them hydrated again, and be ready to roll come Monday.
All right, Coach. What a great game and a tough loss, but get going again at the Wilson County Classic. Appreciate your time as always.
All right, thanks, BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Evans Motors post-game show. And again, we'll be back in action coming up on Monday. Boys first, they play at 5 o'clock against Neodesha. Girls play immediately following from the Fredonia High School Gymnasium. Approximately 6:45, we'll have both those games for you right here on Girard Sports Live. That's going to do it for us here tonight from Pittsburgh. The Trojans on the men's side, they fall to Pittsburgh High 66-51. Lady Trojans fall tonight 56-25. For Josh Lettner, I'm BJ Harris saying so long from Pittsburgh High School. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Augustine sets a feet, fire three. Good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Croc-Can Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Libya, little runner with the right hand. Good, and the foul. Libya Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live.